Yes. Yes. Excuse me. Ugh. What was that?
Hey, Nam. Doesn't look like Lawrence is here. Does that mean I'm gonna have to cook the corn by myself? I mean, I could do it, but it's not fun.
Good morning.
Hmm. Good morning, John. I think Lawrence isn't here.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Hmm?
Lawrence is not there. I'm not sure what to do about that.
Lawrence is not
You want me to
there.
just cook him myself?
You can.
Yeah, but maybe
it's
not
all
in
allowed.
Lawrence's place.
I was thinking over at the cooking area.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I'm making a bunch of corns before the town meeting. Yeah, let's go over to the bed and
You wanna
breakfast, and we'll
help
just
me?
throw them in the oven. Yeah.
In the oven. I'll turn them into popcorn.
That sounds good.
When is this meeting gonna start?
I assume once everyone wakes up, probably be in place
I
of
see.
Nerta's regular church service, so...
I see. Well, I certainly have many questions and many statements to say on this meeting. Ah, Lawrence. Is Lawrence gonna be joining us at the meeting?
I mean, probably it's a town meeting, so...
Ah, I see. I understand then. I will wait at the church, right? That church?
Yes, the
That's the
Church of the
church.
Dreamer.
Thank you. I'll be waiting there then.
Oh, excuse me.
Morning.
Gold.
Everybody's gathering, I think. I don't.
John, how are you feeling?
Yes.
Morning.
Hopefully I'll see you.
Like shit.
Me too.
Did you speak with Lawrence?
Not yet, no.
I was just about to head out to talk with him.
Going to see
If you would like to join us.
Sure.
Yes, he's in, so it seems like a good time. Goodness. How are you, Sir Lawrence?
Yes, Lawrence is fine.
Yeah, it's a habit, I know. Goodness.
Oh, are you free right now?
So long as no newcomers show up, sure.
I wanted to inquire with you about what I was seeking to inquire with you about yesterday. About two things. One is the dragon magic. So everyone had this strange ink put onto them that would allow the dragon to paralyze and control people.
It's true. It happened.
Yep.
I was wondering if you had any knowledge on that subject.
Do you have a sample of it?
Yeah, Ayana.
I mean, I don't know, actually. Hang on. Kind of adjust his hood. It's still there. He's more or less put some ink on us. Put some right on underneath my neck. I don't know if it's still
Same
there
for
or
me.
not. I tried to clean it, but there might be something there, residual or otherwise.
I actually
we can get
didn't
some-
clean it, just in case.
Yes, well, if we can get some samples of it, we can run a few tests and maybe find out more about it.
Understood. Okay.
Not really sure where you would find samples, other than on
Aside
him.
from the source. Yeah, aside from the source.
Well, can we scrape some off of you?
I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
My- My little cloak
Feel
is
free.
also soaked with it, so if you need that.
Easy.
Well, then there we go.
I
Okay.
think that'd be simpler than
works.
scraping skin.
I would
If you'd be
say
willing to
so,
offer
yes.
that.
Yes, in a box around the corner, I have several petri dishes if you'd like to collect one for me and get a sample.
Peach tree dishes?
Little
It's like
glass, little glass circle. It has like a lid on it.
Oh,
Mm,
that must be interesting.
I think I see it. Okay. Here you are. Looks like this.
I can't really take.
So
a
that was
photo
one
of
thing you
my
wanted to
own
inquire
face.
about.
Oh, of course.
What was the other?
My
All right.
own,
Okay.
The other was about
just squeezing a little bit off.
if you have any knowledge on how the Fae interact with their domain, essentially.
I
In,
think that should do it. I'll
That
ask
might
him if
be-
that's fine.
I suppose that's a much broader kind of question.
So,
As I'm looking into several subjects regarding that, such
I'll be
as
sure to let you know. How
if
are
a
you feeling
Fae
about
is
it?
mortally wounded in their realm, does that mean that they're dead, or is there a way that they can
but better.
heal themselves?
Okay. Well, that's good.
Mm,
We got
Um,
two things.
I've seen Fae
Sorry
killed
about that.
here, or at least
He's
destroyed
looking
in
for
some
you.
way. Whether they're reborn or
Also,
not,
I wanted to
don't
say,
know.
I am deeply indebted to you for saving my life.
I'm going to leave this right here for you, Lawrence. Actually, hang on. Let me just go over here. There you go.
Oh, the counter's fine.
Okay, good.
She
mentioned some of her blood might be mixed in with that, so that might spoil the sample a bit. But it's what we have to work with for now.
My life. It is my soldier's
Since I
code
know
and
that I
honor.
can separate
will
them, that shouldn't
serve
be
you
too
for as long
difficult.
as
However,
you
I will need some supplies.
Absolutely. What can I help you with?
It's weird. This isn't actually the first time this
I'll give you a list after the town meeting.
Sounds good. What were you asking, Ryder?
But yes,
You said you're an alchemist. Do you happen to have anything
give
that
my
could change the
opinion on it.
color of a
I've
person's
seen
hair?
them destroyed. I've seen them killed,
As
whatnot
such.
here.
Anyway,
Whether they're
hope you're feeling
reborn, I
better.
don't know.
I suppose I
Whether
could
they're
try.
Formed or
I don't
reincarnated.
think I've worked anything specifically with hair,
suppose
but I know how to
anything is
work with
possible.
dyes.
Great.
That's something.
Well,
we
I
can
mean-
do.
Alright.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Oberon died and he
I'll see if I
came
can figure
back,
something
didn't
out.
he?
Did you have a color in mind?
Brown.
I believe that was the
Brown.
case.
Okay. I might be able to make something that can kind of let you magically just kind of change it however you'd like.
In a
but
worst case scenario,
if I can't,
for example,
brown
Aska
it
is dead,
I'll consider that.
Alright.
and
Thanks.
in an even worse case scenario, if the tree is consumed by the dragon that's apparently coming to do something with it, is there a way to maintain the forest with, say, another Fae taking control, or is that not possible?
I believe that's the natural cycle of things. When a Fae is gone, usually another Fae takes its place or takes its domain.
Yes, I didn't know that, but even not knowing that, yesterday there was a bit of a standoff, but I would have agreed with Iona. I think nature finds a way to rebuild. Forests and life come back, even if it's not in our lifetime. But what's done's done. Not much.
That's why I'm going to make a suggestion at the meeting later.
Oh,
Which would be?
okay.
We need supplies.
Are you holding them? Yes, we do need to gather supplies in case that this protecting the tree fails and the forest is gone. So I suppose we'll have to stockpile.
I feel as though going out there now is near suicide, but if that's
If we don't, we
what you'd
die.
like to do,
If we do, we die. We die either way.
I suppose it's worth a try then. Fair enough. Goodness.
I don't know if we would all die if the tree got destroyed, but it would be taxing to survive without it. Again, we would have to trade with Burrow in other places or gather resources farther away somehow.
And I
It'd be
suspect a
long
place like
trips.
that would smell blood in the water, seeing as though we would be low on supplies. It'd certainly
And
take
right
us
for the
for
picking.
everything they could. Yes, exactly.
Once you guys are done, we're having the meeting now.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Understood.
All right.
All right, let's head in.
You staying here? Lawrence? Oh, alright.
And this week and me, well, she would probably have been gone by now. You guys,
I talk to you. Am I a dreamer?
probably fair.
How you
Ooh.
feeling?
No,
Better.
maybe.
Excuse me.
I don't know, are you?
As usual.
Welcome on in.
If I say
welcome
yes,
on in.
do I become
Hello.
their god? Am I a god?
You have to start your own church then.
Also, you wouldn't happen to know anyone
Welcome on
who
in.
knows
If you guys need breakfast corns, there's breakfast corns up on the table right now, so you can get your breakfast in.
Furs, I don't know, but leathers, I mean.
You're fine.
All right, is everyone here? Are we all?
Alright.
Are we all ready
John's
to
always a
meet?
worker by trade, from what I understand.
Excuse me.
Did that
I got you some corns.
Baked corns?
I
Sorry,
will.
it's
I'm
not
still
like
terrified by that
Mr.
rock.
Cooking or the bakery ladies and other people's, but we did what we could. Say thank you to
Thank you.
Crimson. She helped
Exactly.
How are you feeling?
with the breakfast.
Thank you,
Thank
Lou.
you, Crimson.
I know.
Yeah, that part is really
I'm
crunchy. It does not have as much flavor.
You sound exasperated.
You're
I didn't expect you to be
You're
behind me.
not supposed to eat the middle part.
Well, that would
Why
make
not?
sense then, because it's not a good part to eat. The rest of the corn, though, I swear is good. Just pick the little stringy parts out. You don't want to eat those either.
You mean the
Save
hair?
the stringy parts.
The hair?
Yeah, the corn hair.
Hey,
It's called hair.
Yeah, you don't want to eat the corn hair.
corn have?
Getting a bit crowded.
It's just the strings.
Michael,
on
do you
it.
want to
Excuse
speak?
me, I'm not a farmer.
Okay. I think everyone's here, so please give your attention to Michael. If you need more corns, just raise your hand and I will give you corns. Otherwise, hold all of your questions for the end because we got things
I
to
see.
do, okay?
Alright. I'm only gonna say this once, hopefully. Listen. There are some dire situations that is happening now. For those of you who do not know, our local resident dragon, or our new resident dragon, Shin, or wherever the fuck his name is,
Yeah,
basically,
you're right.
basically, in short, betrayed us. He killed, oh fuck, I'm drawing a blank, but
Eska?
Eska,
Potentially killed Eska.
potentially killed Eska. We have no way of communicating with her. And to what we know from what he basically blurred out was that he's going to summon a better earth dragon to deal with the large tree that is in the forest that's in the Sky Island. So we are going to possibly take up a defensive approach, because if that tree falls, the forest falls, and possibly we have no resource. So we're going to have to make up a defense for that. While ago, few days ago, we established that the church will be I guess essentially a safe haven for those who are not combat capable, and it will be the basement for those who are going to be under there. However, I know that some people are not going to stay, so I'll just suggest this. If you see a dragon that is not ASO or our
Hey, Asa,
friend here,
we're doing the meeting right
all
now.
black,
Do you want some corn?
Hi, Tyrant. I didn't know.
do not approach them. Let anyone that would be potentially a fighter know, and we'll keep an eye out. Or if you can't find anyone, just keep an eye out for that dragon itself. Like if Shin were to be around, do not interact with them. Keep a lookout. You know, and if you see me, Earhart, our friends that are looking more combat, let us know, please. Am I missing anything, Earhart, or is that pretty much it?
That's enough for a rudimentary go over, but I think later we should discuss plans.
Right. So, for just the ones that are not combat, stay safe. Those who are, keep an awareness of your surroundings, eyes and ears open at all times. And I think that's pretty much it for the most part. Any questions?
Okay. Oh, no.
No? Okay. You can continue.
All right. I was gonna say, I know that a lot of people got hurt yesterday. There was the obviously the battle, the fight that took place, and Shin, and I know there's going to be more things going on today. But I want you all to know that I really believe in you. I know that this is a trying time, that things are being tried real hard right now, especially us. We're being very tried, but I believe we could do this. I think that there's a lot that we have between all of us. And even though dragons are very strong and scary, and the Fae can also be strong and scary, I think you guys can also be strong and scary. Well, like, maybe not scary, but, you know, like, people shouldn't mess with us, because you're strong. So, like, I hope you also believe in you because I do. And whatever happens, I know you're going to do your best. So please, let's work together, and we can beat the dragons. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I hear a yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Come on.
We're fucking gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you're fierce. You're terrifying. You're powerful. Let me hear a yeah. There you go. Good job. All right. Who wants another corn? We got extra corns here. Here, catch a corn. You, Earhart, get a corn. Pass one to Grandpa.
Oh. Nice shot.
That one.
Anyway, there's a couple more up here. I'll let you. Okay. We cared a lot about making the corn.
No, you want the other half?
No, I'm good.
Like Mr. Michael
For the
said, if you're a
30th
person
time.
that
Oh,
can
this is
do
grown
the
different.
fighting, I'm sure he's going to go out near the tree and get ready for that. Everyone else, if you all want to join me, we could do some like meditating with the dreamer. I would really appreciate your helps with that. If you're not going to be doing the fightings, we could all get together and maybe, consult with him about saving us. So please, join me now downstairs if you're going to do that. Otherwise, I guess follow Michael. Is that right? Or Earhart? Or Michael?
Either or.
We can go together.
All right.
I'll be a second.
I'm not saying you have to, but I'd appreciate the help with the non-combat fight people in my basement. My safety basement.
What's it?
Understood. All right.
You have something you wish to say?
Mhm.
Wait! One other has something to say.
Welcome.
Have you seen O'Brien yet?
Hello.
Hi, I don't think we met
I
before.
haven't seen him for some
I'm
days.
Nerta, Kobold Cleric at the
it's
Dreamer.
Anyway, speak.
It's okay.
John?
I'm just wondering
Yes.
if anyone needs
Do you have a
any
name?
advice or
Elizabeth
anything
told
of
me
any
that
sort
you work with leather.
building or
Yes.
constructing
Nice to meet
wise,
you,
since
Noah.
I'm the builder
Would you
here.
be able to make an outfit for
I
me?
also have some ideas
Yes,
for
I
planning,
can.
for defensive wise as well, if you'd like to hear.
Nice to meet you.
Whoever's going out there and also being here.
He's going to hand you basically a drawing of what he's wanting the outfit to look like.
I need to talk to Lawrence as well to see how many, how much resources that we have here in order of wood
It's
and
just
also
light,
metals
medium,
as well.
heavy leather
I
armor,
could
or
possibility make some
Oh,
fortifications,
magic
not just for the
gatherer.
tree, but also the fortifications for
Magic.
this is
the
gonna
town
take
here.
a couple of days,
Alongside weapons
and I would need at
as well.
least
I was thinking making pole arms and
Magical
pikes.
resources.
with
or-
us heavy,
That
with
sounds
this
like
being
you're
medium
able to
armor, I'll need
Of
3
course, I'd be happy to help
large
to train
heights.
if needs to.
The ghost of Adidas is
Alright.
Alright.
Oh, those are wise ideas.
at this
Alright.
location.
But I haven't really been shown around.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Shit's fucked you.
No worries.
Um,
Once we're done,
I just
you
need
Alright.
to talk to Lawrence about the
Down.
how much
Uh,
supplies we
would
have.
take a couple of days.
Alright. Talk
That's
to
a
him and see
problem.
where we're at with that, and then we'll go.
No, that's fine.
Aye.
All right.
And while you're at it,
I need to find Nikolai anyways, so.
I hope for that not to be asked, but I will ask him nevertheless.
Oh,
Hello there.
Save the forest, for that is where my spirit resides.
there's something I forgot to ask him.
They're good with gathering as well.
Let's go and get some
They might be able to assist.
Well, dear, I wouldn't
Yeah.
You alright, are you?
You were perceive improved.
I'm Fee. I'm the postmaster
I'm just trying to
Well, we've
and
gotten, like,
only
several
member
pieces
of the
drift
Courier
from,
Guild.
like,
try and
mini
let
drift.
her know that
It's not like a pen and a brooch
I don't
and a
want him
hat.
to take that evil magic.
Some goggly guy showed up. I'm gonna get his goggles soon when he's
Do you
arrogant
want
enough
to
to
meet
step
at
back in here.
the portal entrance that we can go over plans, or
A little bit
what do you
nervous
think would be wise?
from what happened.
Oh, there's
Maybe
Oh,
have
God,
a
no,
days.
I'm glad you went out there.
Just a quick.
We also beat Hugo.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Try and
Hugo?
just the burdens of
Like I said, those were
I
combat
guess that would be
people.
it.
Don't jump.
How are you sleeping in the
Give
church
me
today?
the rundown.
Then he
I have a
will
question.
everyone else.
Wayne,
get your fucking
do a flip.
working to get me back.
Wayne, do a flip.
Make you come down.
Oh, don't worry. His tail's so big that it would cushion his fall.
I don't know about
You're
that.
right.
He might be doing things that
probably wouldn't do anything.
We'll be meeting at the round table to discuss plans soon.
Alright.
About what we're going to be doing in the forest.
Stop the dragon.
So if you want to go ahead and head up there, I'll gather the others.
Alright.
And then we'll save you.
Oh, yes. I wish I haven't met him, Garmin.
I mean, considering I was out there yesterday, I'll be honest.
Giving you the tour, I can do that.
Hey John, do you think I could create any ideas that people would be interested in to kill the dragon?
Do I think you can think of a way to kill a dragon? No, I don't think you can.
We got the bandages, we got the
Oh,
potions, we got everything.
I mean, you know
and
my
I have
ideas
the
are
visionary
destructive.
I don't believe so. I think it was all death
I suppose George and I, we try to combine efforts to apply defense.
I see. Well, if this is the same affliction that Iona suffered, it should be helped to speed up the recovery.
Get this fucking done and over with. Ugh. Tired of this shit. We need to really get this over and done with. Last thing we need is the fucking forest to be in shambles and we can't get stuff.
Hello.
Why are you here?
They don't want me here.
I'm asking you. Did I say I don't want you here?
Why am I here? To be with the meeting.
Okay. If you pull any fucking shenanigans, I'm kicking you out my own damn self. And not through the door.
Oh. What if I give ideas of how to kill the dragon?
You don't have
will
ideas.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
Not any working ideas, I don't think. What is one of your ideas?
So one of the ideas I was thinking is someone cast something to first make it so the dragon can't attack us with its mouth. Something like Mage's Hand. They could cast it inside the dragon's mouth. They can't open their mouth. They can't breathe fire. They can't speak. It would prevent all of that, and then after that, we would just have to deal with the dragon like it's just a lizard.
One problem, though. We have no mages to use Mage Hand.
You're probably right.
We have none.
Like Catherine, can you use it?
Except,
No, unfortunately not.
If you want to consider
someone could.
Iona, but I doubt she has Mage Hand. Right now, she's not combat capable at the moment.
How big would you say a dragon's heart is?
Generally depends on the dragon, I believe.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair, but it depends how big the dragon is. I guess water
Some could
creation
be
or
as large as this
substitution probably
table.
wouldn't work. Yeah, no, like water manipulation wouldn't do anything.
In their human form, it will just be the size of our hearts. But unfortunately, even in their human form, we stab them. We probably not going to be able to kill them. We'll probably have to kill them in their actual dragon form.
I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah. So we have to come up with something. Any ideas would work. Any. I don't care if they're stupid.
Unfortunately, we haven't uncovered any obvious weaknesses.
And depending on the Earth Dragon that Shin is summoning, we may not know what weak spots or weaknesses it has. Well, I mean, if
How
it's
long
an
do you think
Earth
a dragon
Dragon,
breathe underwater?
Those nearby and those in the community and all that.
Depends on the dragon.
I mean, we could do shape water and just cover off its nose and mouth.
Hello.
I know that
Yes,
spell.
though. I suppose I do feel like at least some dragons might be able to use their own magic to dispel it.
That's fair.
Yep.
But we don't exactly know what dragon, so we can't be certain.
No. I'll be standing outside.
Or how many, for that matter. It would be
Ryder
foolish to
wanted
assume that.
me to hand you this. It's a drawing of a sword. He'd like you to forge that for him.
As I was about to say, it would be foolish to assume that Shen is the only dragon out there. There's gotta be more, surely.
Do you think I could help?
I do believe it was mostly steel.
George,
we've got another one right here.
There's actually three.
But
There's
it is
dragons
one
out
that is
there.
difficult to think.
Yeah.
3.
From what I've heard, Shin's allegedly sister was around as well.
Probably like
There's also Shin himself and also him summoning a fucking Earth Dragon to take out.
I can't, but
oh boy.
pretty wise.
Alright. Well, that's no good.
What do you mean? It sounds like a whole bunch of fun.
No, I disagree.
Exactly.
Oh.
Dragons are not fun to fight, that's for sure.
You think a stick would defeat a dragon?
Nah, it does things like, hey, Tyron, hey, Scrunch.
I can't believe you just tried doing that. I saw you yesterday about your friend who got scrunched. What the fuck?
What do you call it? Confetti.
Hold on, if I get these.
Well, to be fair, he could have used the forbidden spell.
Scrunch should be forbidden.
Hey, Tyron, duck.
Oh my goodness. No magic indoors, please.
Yeah,
this is a very serious meeting.
Yeah, I would
You don't want to take out the
prefer to
window.
not destroy the building.
The building was weak.
Or put a hole in the roof.
Did you not care about
Tyron for
Tyron?
that matter.
I love blowing up stuff.
Oh, there we go.
I care about my friend Tyron.
Hey.
I'm George.
But if you say it's too dangerous, I'll go back. Hey. I can kill a dragon.
It is dangerous, but that is up to you.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Or if we just
What
call
about
the
Harry?
explosives around the dragon.
I care about Harry as well, but I haven't seen him
I
yet.
feel like
Not
with
today, at
an
least.
earth dragon,
They said it's too dangerous.
that wouldn't exactly be very effective.
Michael, I got one last idea.
I've been told it's some sort of sister of the dragon.
Yeah, what is it?
It's called a brittle break. So you heat something up really hot and then you cool down really fast and it'll shatter something if it's hit by anything. If it's an earth dragon, it still would basically shatter.
I do not know. I
I see. I'm not a quarrel.
And then it'd be more vulnerable
You know,
to
a lot
most
of dragons
damages.
are like really highly
It
resistant.
could be vulnerable to
magic.
fire magic. It could be vulnerable to ice magic, water magic, wind magic, earth magic. It could be vulnerable to swords. It doesn't matter what it is. It'll be vulnerable to anything in that specific area.
More capable in any combat scenario.
Typically, I would agree with this logic, but this is scales of a dragon, as the other person stated. Most of them are resilient to fire. It isn't the design.
But would an earth dragon be resilient to it, though? Is the question.
The forest, but
There's only one way to find out is
Will
by
it have a
testing.
bunch of scales, a bunch of rocks on it?
Come inside
Go
if you want to
careful.
listen.
I think that's the thing we're worried about.
allowed to enter?
Yes,
A
anyone
while
is allowed to
back,
enter.
we procured a scale of a dragon in the forest. Do we still have this specimen?
Where did the ninja go?
I suppose so.
Oh, he's a ninja. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the little guy.
I feel like Lawrence would be the one to ask about that.
Gold. What did Lawrence say? How much resource we got?
I would. We have no idea. So either none or very little.
So taking
All
up
I know
a
is that
defensive
we have.
approach. God.
Sorry, apologies.
It's all good.
If I may, I think we're thinking about this the wrong way. Fighting the dragons directly is not going to help anything. They are far too strong. Nothing we can muster is going to do anything to stop them.
So you have a better idea?
Well,
I'm all ears.
Not presently, but maybe eventually. But I don't think force is going to help.
I've seen a trebuchet take a wyvern's head clean off.
Oh, that's nice.
Could build things like that.
Man, that's a wyvern.
The siege artillery would be beneficial, but the resources are the only thing that we are struggling on. A trebuchet will
about
take
ballista?
almost weeks. That will take minimum time, but still need resources. Many logs of wood, including iron or steel, to make.
Sure.
And I didn't even know we have a
If I
smith
may.
yet.
Talk is cheap.
Hmm.
So, if I
This
may,
one is.
within regards to what George said, I believe we should prioritize thinking about protection, evacuation. Secondary is combating.
Yes, agreed.
No. Trap is different. That would be the secondary goal. First goal is to figure out how. The first thing to figure out is how to protect the town and evacuate them or keep them somewhere safe. Once we know
That's why
what
I
we do
suggested
there.
The church. In
Yeah,
the basement of the
course,
church.
but
Much
well, I suppose
as
that's a
you
start.
know the faith, sir, but a dragon, so far what I've witnessed and also hear about, I don't think they will care about gods and faith of a church.
Hang on a second.
No, it's
Them
just a thought,
fuckers
though.
know about the church. Shen knows about the church.
Shin does. Yeah.
So by that
Who
measure, we
says
should
he's not
get
going to
somewhere
inform
else.
them about that location?
Should we consider the church location potentially compromised?
I'd say so.
I would say so, yes. Is there perhaps a...
What about the arena?
Does he know about the kobold den?
No. No, I don't think so. And you brought up a really brilliant idea of putting everyone down there.
Even I'm not aware of where that is.
possible.
I've never seen it before.
I know what you're
I know
talking
where
about.
it's
Never
at.
heard of it.
I've been there a few
Pips,
times.
I do not know where it's
sleeps down there.
located.
I got attacked by a bunch of shadlings down there. They turned really big and tried attacking me.
It's the mushroom patch
Well, you are
outside
small,
in that direction.
so
There is a
Savins are
hole.
actually taller than you.
Does the
It's
person
right
with the
it's down
giant
there.
tail?
Brian's place. It's behind Brian's
Maybe when your
building.
tail got
You
a little
can't
bit,
miss
a little
it. There's
smaller.
a large hole.
I thought we were friends.
So that's a suggestion. We can put everyone down there, and it's spacious, so no one won't be so, you know.
It is a little
close.
open though.
Compact, and comfortable spacing.
Yeah.
And it could be easily covered with leaves and grass.
Yep.
Sounds viable. I do have one concern, but this comes from not having any knowledge of these things' abilities or whatnot. Simply assumptions. It's Earth Dragon, and the shelter would be surrounded by Earth. This seems like a fault in logic.
We can always use the ships at the docks.
As it still seems safe.
Yes, if it is a dragon related to Earth, he could just possibly just.
Do we have access to the open ocean? Or is that barrier
We have
still
water.
there?
Sit.
The barrier's
The
still
barrier
there.
is still there.
Right.
Open, sit down.
That would not work.
What
I
maintains
suppose
that
mounting
barrier?
some sort of defense would be.
Well, if the city isn't
We still haven't figured
under
out what
siege,
that
we do have
barrier
boats.
does,
Could one simply
too.
just leave?
Still haven't figured it out.
Sadly, no.
The barrier's
Stuck
up.
here.
We can't leave by boat.
Earhart, you just gave me an idea.
I see, I see.
I wonder if I could use auto magic to make like a gap in the water, underwater, like a safe space.
Oh.
I suppose that.
Like
I know where
bunker on the bottom of the
in the
ocean.
water that there's a cave.
Okay, hold on. Here's the thing, though. If that were to work, which would probably will, unfortunately, you probably won't be able to hold out for a long time, because your magic will drain, and then everyone will start drowning. So
I haven't tested the
there's a
limits
problem
of the
with that.
magic. It's by contract. By all accounts, as long as the contract is valid, the magic stays enforced.
But you still have to imbue it with mana, which will also drain you.
Hey, Michael.
Wouldn't you also need to have some kind of apparatus to maintain that level of magic after such an
Some type of
extended
catalyst,
period
yeah.
of time?
Yes,
We could
Crimson.
try to make that sort
I
of
have
thing.
two
but-
things to say. Number one, how would
You
we
will
keep an
probably get
eye
mana
on the
burn.
oxygen levels? Because I'm pretty sure we're all gonna die from no oxygen at that point. If we're in a bubble underneath water, where's the oxygen going?
Normally we can breathe underwater for 10
No,
minutes.
this is different.
However, some people can't.
If you're well trained.
Some
Yeah.
people can't. I can't.
May we?
I also found a cave underneath water. Should we say anything about that?
Cave underwater.
Yeah, there's a cave. It
Underwater
has a bunch of air
idea
in it.
sounds interesting. At least,
Speaking
like you said, it might not of oxygen. I think we already have some fallback plans. My apologies.
Of course, no, of
Go
course,
on ahead.
Please continue. Oh, it's all right. Please continue.
As much as we have fallback plans to either hiding or to leave the area as fast as possible to a safer distance or area, such as this cobalt place or under the water or the church even, as well, since we have many of them, I would state that we have plenty of spots until we know of a barrier we can get through and use the ships. But I think we have plenty of spaces now to get away and hide from our danger.
Yep.
If I may inquire,
I think
this danger is dragons? As in the massive beasts? Or dragon men?
So
as
far,
like
yes.
Something similar.
You're a dragon?
No, I'm not a dragon. I'm a lizard folk, but I do not have the dragon aspect.
The fishing rod I got Wayne. What if we catch the Leviathan and make it our
I'm sorry,
friend
I
and
never
fight
had
the
a
dragon?
dragons in my world.
No.
Hey, can we
Yeah,
please
see most
maintain
fellas
cordial, like a
It was
cordial
an
level in
idea.
there, please?
Hold!
Yep.
Attention back
He's
to
a
the
dragon.
table, please.
Alright, so we have a countermeasure to basically protect those who are non-combat. We can hide them in places now instead of just a church. We need to take a defensive approach when we're out there defending the tree. Now the tree is big. We don't have that much space up there, and I don't know where that fucking Earth Dragon is going to be summoned. I don't know if it's going to be starting from the top or it's going to be from the root. Not entirely sure. So we have to figure out a defensive approach and also an offense. I'm all ears for that.
So I want to
I have a
quickly
suggestion,
mention.
unless anyone else.
No, she's just
I wanted to cover this topic quickly before we move on. You brought up a good point of we don't know much about the dragons and what they're capable of. I want to mention that Iona provided a sample of the dragon's ink that was placed upon people to give to Lawrence for him to study. So he'll be looking into that. And I do think that it is apt that we find out more about the dragon, but yes, we should discuss the defense of the tree. And you wish to say
Another
something,
thing.
Gold?
And there's also behind that.
Have you tried communicating with the dragon?
It used to be the
Yes. Several fucking times.
I see.
Several times.
All right.
He also communicated by throwing me off a cliff. He can fuck off.
Yep,
I see. So what's his goal more or less just to destroy the town? No ulterior motive, just destruction in the basic sense.
Right. That's a good thing to bring up. The dragon is seeking to consume or to take control of the tree in the forest, the large one that's controlled by Eska and their wife. We do not fully know the repercussions of what would happen if the dragon were to take over the tree, but worst case scenario is that it could destroy the entire forest. Meaning that we would lose access to a great deal of resources within our area, as Eska apparently created almost everything and maintained everything within that forest. And with Eska being gone, and with a tree potentially being destroyed, we could lose everything. Which is why it's paramount that we protect the tree.
A classic lose-lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the forest that often, so I don't really.
But, Gold, you wish to bring up... Oh, yes, I will let you...
So
Whichever one of you wishes to go.
About the offense and defense, I simply want to put to understanding if anyone wants to take care of talking to the other citizens about evacuation options and get back to what the order of that is. Does anyone here want to deal with that? And then we can talk about defense offense.
Yes, evacuation plan. And organizing.
Simply spread word about what was discussed here with those who will be seeking shelter.
Something that we should
Maybe
do
someone has a good
is-
throwing voice would be a good pick. Of course, yes.
Yes, I would advise before we give out disinformation, we should take time, either today or tomorrow, to locate areas that would be good for that sort of thing to hide. Like figure out those areas
do
and direct
that.
people there in case that would occur. You're fast and you're good at finding things, so I could leave that to you, I feel.
Yay! I get to do something.
I'm in agreement.
But don't steal anything.
I think we can move on to the other stuff then.
How can I steal a hiding spot?
Good luck with investigations.
You're a fang. You find out how.
Am I gonna
you
cover
steal.
it up? Nah. Give me how many hiding spots should I find? At least like 10?
Find as many as possible, and when you figure out some, we'll discuss
do
the
that.
viability of those places.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now.
There are
That
certainly
I think
some
we can
places
move
that could
on.
be used for longer than
Apologies.
others.
Yes.
You're
There's
fine.
supposed to be a
Yeah.
little indent
You're
in
fine,
the
fine.
cliff on the walkway up to the top. Nobody ever sees it. They probably walk right past it, but I noticed it yesterday.
Yes. So yes.
I do also want to mention that evacuation and hiding is also a last resort, given the fact that the town itself does have protections. Even if the dragon has a sundial, they can't really attack us in town without repercussion, without some kind of magical
an idea.
interference. But it is still good to find places like that.
But
So
we
it would
should
probably
focus
be-
on our plan.
Indeed,
For
so it
moving
would
to the
probably be
fence.
very far out there in terms of potential to even pull off to begin with. Nikolai, how skilled would you say you are at creating, your craft?
I needed a gather or something, so I'm gonna check it out.
It requires metal or wood. They are different materials I can use, but I can produce warforged.
How strong do you think he is? Can he actually
A potential, maybe, as some sort of maybe a distraction or something as backup. But here's my idea.
Metal constructs.
I have a vested interest in something of the same caliber, and I was wondering, Nikolai, would you be able to work with, let's say, bone and that sort?
No, my people would make things out of bone and flesh.
Okay, very good, very good. Have you noticed the giant skeleton of what looks like a dragon out in the lake?
No, this whole thing is my arm.
Yes.
Yep,
I've seen that one. I've seen it.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
large dragon bone in the water.
Would it be possible for us to pool our resources and maybe look for a means to not exactly reanimating it as per se, but maybe just something of that looks to be the same strength at least, a bluff, wave the bigger stick around, that kind of thing.
You pick up Nem.
So basically,
Use
an
my
illusion.
puppet craft to animate it like a puppet.
For example, yes.
I still
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
suggest
need-
creating anything bigger than a dragon.
Squishy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be rather large, of course, but it needn't necessarily fight. It just needs to look threatening, correct? Something to
No, to be able to be maintained. What if it
I think it's an interesting
collapses
idea, but I
mid-roar?
bet Shin would look right through that.
Oh yeah. Like it could be
Instead
an
of having it as a
illusion
puppet,
and all
why
that,
not reanimating it
but,
itself? Do we know any necromancers?
No, we have no.
M1.
The last attempt at
May
necromancy
I-
went horribly bad.
Say something
comment.
about the dragons so far,
Yeah,
our last
yeah.
encounters.
Go ahead, Gold. You have the
So
the floor.
So far, the last intervenes with dragons in the fairy forest, right out there. Much as that sounds like a smart idea, it's just dragons so far what I've seen, and I'm coming from a place that has never seen a dragon before or even existed. I would say the dragons are a bit intelligent as well. Which is weird enough for some sort of animal like that to be that extremely intelligent as a regular human would be. Or more.
But I don't think we have ingredients to do so.
Much as that sounds interesting, I do not know it will work for the puppeteering of a large skeleton structure of a dragon. You say it is. Wise.
I don't think Nim could be that big.
It looks to be something at least similar or of the same size.
We'll see about that.
I see.
What
I think
if we investigated this dragon bone to see what it's weak to?
That could be
Also the same kind. Yes.
Yeah, well, maybe, yes. See, the thing
Yes,
is,
it is a
we've
good
been looking
source of
for...
investigation or resources.
Exactly. Exactly. We're not going to find any help against combating the dragons from the Fae, I fear. Because the dragons, from what I've been collating from people around, is that they are specifically targeting Fae because, they have an advantage.
About the defenses that you were saying, so.
Oh.
So I would. God damn. I want to have a defensive approach, but I really don't know how we're gonna go through that. And considering we don't have that much resource, I feel like the defense approach will probably be very thin at best. So, any suggestions would be nice to have because right now I am drawing a blank.
Can we make black powder?
Anyway,
In terms of one step at a time.
for the defense of the tree, we got to figure out something. So
May I recommend something?
Yeah, go ahead.
How fast you think we're gonna run?
Since these dragons can fly around like birds and bats wise, or other ways of transportation, I saw a dragon that can travel underground. I shat myself when I saw that. But I think the best defense is a mobile defense-wise. If we can keep moving, but also keep our defenses on high. When we move to the tree-wise, we move our defenses with us. Mobile defenses, mobile cots, maybe if we can find any mounts that increase our speed of any sort, alongside with any type of structures, such as arrowheads, mortar holes, maybe a mobile ballista as well. It would be great, but a mobile defense would be beneficial since we can take our defenses with us and take them for repair. But like we said before, resources we need to gather. And for metals, wood, alongside with cloth-wise and leathers, above all else, and other resources as well, and stone, if you need to make a more permanent defense.
Gold, you keep talking about going places. Where are we gonna go? We're literally stuck here.
Well, the Feywilds are only place to get resources, and that's a large place to cover ground and get resources from. Much as the Fey might hate us for it, it is the only chance that we can get resources to defend the tree. Alongside this place around us.
Where is the void fungus? I mean, we didn't use it, obviously.
Yes. So you would like to speak on that?
What I'm trying to say is
John.
Sorry, can you repeat that? You cut out.
They were inquiring about the void fungus.
It's in the tree. I dropped it off in a bush. The idea was to let the tree do its own thing. And then I led you all away so to try to allow it to do its thing, but that never happened. So
it's not undead.
it's I can direct people to where it is. It's in the bush next to the jumping pad.
Well, hang on a second. If we can get that back, that's like a huge win for us, because if Shen knows that we have it or thinks we have it, then any threat from us to use it, he knows the dangers of it.
Well, it's the thing is, he's the one that gave it to us. So I would imagine the dragons have a way of defending themselves against it, but we might be able to use it against the tree to prevent this earth dragon from eating the tree.
I'm actually not really listening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This ain't about the dragons. This is about us threatening to kill the tree, which he don't want.
You said you received this from the dragon, correct?
Yes.
Why should we trust this item, since it's from our enemy? It could be a way to get into this town.
That's a good point.
Why should we receive a gift from our own enemy?
Information about the void fungus came directly from the tree. There was also written book and articles about the void fungus. I have studied it myself and can provide the book.
We don't bring it back to the town. We use it to kill the tree. Also, he never brought it to town. He gave it to me in the forest.
That's understandable. It's just weird the why giving us their weakness or some sort to us. That's what I'm confused about.
From what I understand, the void fungus only affects plant life as far as we can tell. There's been no other information to dictate otherwise. So, the only harm that it could pose is really to the forest itself. And that is as a last resort in case we cannot stop the dragon. It's best to use that as a deterrent to try to buy us some more time. Threatening to destroy the tree before the dragons can consume it would eliminate the purpose of them even taking it.
Exactly.
But then again, the very concept of them giving it to us to destroy the tree is also a little bit disturbing, as I don't know what their motive was behind that fully.
That's why it's important to
Maybe it was
try
a
to
bluff.
get it. The tree knows where I put the canister, and they wanted to. They didn't
What
want
if
to exist
Shen
anymore.
gave it to us? So what if Shen gave it to us, expecting us all to go take care of it, and that's when he's like, everybody's in one spot. Now I can just fuck everybody up.
Well, that's why it's a small team. Like it should have been originally.
Perhaps he intended it as a bait to force the tree to manifest her physical form.
No, the Shen had some kind of arrangement with the tree.
They were in communication with each other somehow. And the void fungus was intended and solely to kill the tree, and I believe Shen was fully aware of that's what its purpose was for.
I'm saying
I think the dragon.
Us in the forest.
I don't. Something is off about that, as I don't feel the dragon is necessarily intending to kill us. I feel that we're more like collateral. I think that the dragon's intent is more so to take control of the tree, or to eliminate the Fae from this region for whatever reason that they have. Them and the Fae are not on good terms, after all.
The sense that I get
brings
from
up another
the dragon.
question. Go
Sorry,
ahead, John.
The sense I get from the
Go ahead,
dragon
John.
is that he's trying to save us from ourselves. He sees the Fae as a threat, and he wants to get rid of the threat to, quote-unquote, save the town. He's repeatedly says that he's always had the town in the best interest, and he has a sundial. The town would not give someone a sundial if he didn't believe that he had the best interest of the town anyway.
What alignment did his sundial say it was?
I did not see, but it did have a sundial, which, I mean, it's not uncommon for that. I'm pretty sure
George,
my
I took a
sundial.
close look at it. The thing was so fucking old and worn out, you couldn't read it.
Really?
So the sundial is old.
Incredibly old. Like millennia old.
So then that means he must
I
have
would
been
also
here
like
when
to
the
express
town
that
was
just
first
because
was
someone
here.
has a sundial
He
does
told
not
me
mean
he
they
was here when
have
the
the
town was
best
first here.
intentions
But the town
for
has.
the town or its residents.
Well, the town has
I'm not sure
revoked
about
other
that.
people's sundials. We know that for a track. The reindeer lady, I keep forgetting her name. She can't come into town anymore. She doesn't have a sundial.
Did we fully
That brings-
understand that
Sounds
the
like different
sundial
mind.
is magical and a sundial given to him by the town itself? Did not everyone ever
Somewhat.
compare their own to his?
To what Ted has just said, it is old as shit. Apparently, his sundial was the very first one, which was,
He told me
I believe,
he's from
that-
literally the beginning of the town's existence.
so basically
He told
around
me that
200
himself.
years, 200 years plus.
Ah, okay.
More like several thousand. The town's been around for roughly 7,000 years.
Yeah.
Wow, my goodness.
So that shit is old. So
I have
don't
two
really
questions from the past things. Sorry, go
Yeah, go.
on ahead.
No.
But
yeah,
since collateral, we were correct on for the tree purposes towards the dragons. Since the dragons have the best interest of eliminating Fae or going against Fae wise. As I am not a great fond with the Fae myself, as some will know. I would say, for the purposes with this fungus wise, the last resort, or before the last resort wise, we should make defenses on the purposes within our town wise, just in case of what happens if the tree falls. Alongside that, as for the question about the Fae and the dragons wise, I can understand mixed feelings with the Fae, and mine is down below, but why don't let the Fae and the dragons take care of each other as we try to keep ourselves alive? Much as that sounds selfish, I can understand that.
I think
that's one of the most solid ideas I've heard yet.
I do have a thought to this. You do not mind me replying. There is an aspect to this. I've heard that dragons consume power and magic. What is to say that once they settle this out, if the dragon take power of forest, they then have the power of an entire forest. This is a concern.
Yeah,
the
dragons winning is about the worst case
Yeah,
scenario.
and he almost
Is-
ripped
are
the
they?
hole in her chest.
Is Ivy a Fae?
Makes you wonder how strong the
Is
Fae
Ivy a
really
Fae?
are. against dragons.
Also,
I thought they were a vampire.
if the
Vampire.
dragons take out the Fae,
He's a vampire.
we don't have the
Yes,
Fae to
vampire.
help us with the dragons. We don't have any allies at that point.
Not only
I
that,
also
in
want to
all due
point out
respect,
that-
Gold,
Funny that you bring that up. I have met a group at the bathhouse, that were against Fae. They're mostly some sort of animalistic beings,
The Voxes.
They do not like the Fae.
The Burrow.
Exactly.
Yes.
We could bring them into the fold and assist us, and the purpose, if we assist the Fae or not, I can say they can assist us in some way or another, maybe in resources, or with assisting of getting rid of the getting rid of the dragons, or standing by and hunking down, as the Fae and dragons go against each other.
We don't know if their weapons are effective against the dragons.
Well, so far, iron and steel goes good. So far, of course, not the efficient way, but it is some way to defend ourselves.
I think it is apt also to point out real quick that we are also operating under circumstances of limited time and limited resources. So, we need to protect the tree for one. We can't just let them duke it out because, for one, the dragon's going to win immediately because the Fae wants it to kill them. I should also explain this further. The tree wants to die, or the Fae that resides within the tree, which is why this is happening in the first place. The tree has put us all in danger to fulfill its desire to eliminate itself and its wife, Eska. We don't know if Eska is dead yet, but we need to look at all viable options for survival, either for now or in the future. I think that speaking with Burrow is a wise idea, because seeking outside help, either for helping in the defense or for helping with just establishing trade routes to ensure that we have resources after the tree is gone, would be good. The same thing goes for any Fae that we may encounter, or that if we could somehow get into contact with the Fae courts, if there's any way that they could possibly help us with this, as they don't like dragons, that would also be useful, even in spite of their disagreements with Eska, as I do understand that Eska and them have a tenuous relationship. But if there is a door open for them to take control, that could be a possibility at hand as well.
The only problem with that is almost all the other Fae have pretty much taken off as soon as the dragon showed up in town. For example, no one's seen Oberon since the dragons came into town.
I was wondering why this town felt alive.
Are you saying the Fae abandoned? What is this?
Wizard. Wizard.
What are you?
Creature.
They're saying that there's a big lizard in the sea and he's got to be killed. It sounds like a dragon. Rawr.
I knew it. I knew it this entire time. I couldn't fish it out of there. I knew it was in there.
What creature are you shooting? Yeah.
Are you sure?
So now is there a dragon, earth dragon, and a water dragon?
Lead the way.
Yeah.
We should check this out.
There's one thing I want to establish before we go our different ways.
I'm only familiar with dragons from my world. I don't know anything about the dragons.
We prepare and agree to the worst case scenario in actions. A scorched earth scenario. The tree is dead because of us, and we make sure we have resources before we go ahead with this.
Okay. Agreed. And we must prepare ourselves.
Agreed.
To fight
Yes,
to the end.
Agree.
No matter where we are.
Before we also go check out whatever other imminent threat this is, I think that for the plan for the forest, I have 3 ideas. 1, primary, we gather resources to ensure that we have a stockpile within town in case the worst case scenario comes to pass. 2, we explore the tree and look for defensive opportunities, as there's many magical and ancient artifacts on the tree that could be of use. We don't fully understand what all is there, but there are things there that we could potentially use. And 3, we need to potentially find Eska, because the forest is going to be volatile without her control. So we should also prioritize finding Eska as a secondary objective to the first 2. But beyond that, yes, we should disperse and figure out what the hell is going on.
You said that you wanted to find Fae as well, the Fae courts, and see if we can get their attention.
Sorry.
Yes, if we can contact Burrow and the Fae Courts, that would be very useful.
Excuse me.
And I'm gonna fish it out.
Dragon.
Show me.
Even better.
Whatever you mean. I don't understand what you're saying. Show me.
I don't
There's
see.
a dragon in the water.
Oh, where?
It's not here. It's past the border. It's past the border.
There you are, John. Oh God.
There's a dragon past the border of the shield thing surrounding the town.
It's a water dragon thing.
It's gonna take a lot of magic. It's a good thing I actually haven't spent any today. Oh, John, are you gonna be helping out? All right.
Suppose
Okay,
so.
hang on. Right. I'm gonna try to make a big bubble. Just try to stay by me, and we can hopefully be able to move through the water. I don't know if I can cover all of you. Hopefully, we're heading down here to deal with something.
Deal with something. I've been told there's a water dragon in there.
Yes,
Past
I've
the
heard.
border.
Right. We're going to find out. So, I'm gonna just.
You're like fighting underwater. Drawing of it.
No, I'm in full plate. I prefer not being
Stay
near
close.
water.
Okay. Hang on.
My boss is gonna-
Get in
I
here.
need to go.
Get in here. Okay. Let's move. We're moving. Okay. I wasn't made to be this big. Oh God, my mana. Okay.
Don't worry.
I can lend you assistance if you need.
Are you a water mage?
No, but I am a mage.
Okay. I don't know. Try to channel some mana into me, I guess. Okay, we're gonna be heading down. What are we looking for?
This way, I sense the boss.
Okay.
The boss is over there.
Okay, you stand just a little in front of me and you lead the way then. You seem to know a little better.
I can sense the boss.
Right. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's been a minute since I've had to use my mana this strenuously.
Nobody let me say, but they said that the dragon was beyond the barrier.
Beyond the barrier? Is that possible?
I have no idea.
For the dragons, yes. For us, no.
Okay. Then, okay. Really hurts. Really hurting me.
A dog.
There's a dog? Where? I can't see anything.
Looks like ruins.
Can he breathe? Is he all right? Okay. Oh,
Here.
who's that?
How are you able
If
to
you're
breathe
able,
on the water?
hold on. If you're able to siphon my mana,
Just put your hand on my back and I'll try to drain it. I gotta
Yeah,
keep my hands
something I'm
focused
doing.
to keep the bubble vat going. Oh, thank you. It's helping, it's helping. Okay. What is he?
Oh.
Is he alright?
What? Who was that? He's good. He works at blowing people
What?
away.
Oh, okay. Now where's this dragon beyond the barrier?
Come into our air bubble.
Yeah, come inside. Yeah, come inside.
Ah, this is horrible. I hate this.
Where is it, son? Ma'am? Lady? Person?
I know nurture went a direction. I think they went that way
Go.
last time I talked to them.
Oh, goodness. I see others. All right, let's head that way.
Oh, wait, stop. Stop. Stop.
Yeah, stopping.
Cool rock.
Oh, okay. All right, well.
Okay.
I really hope you enjoy that if the water bubble goes down.
Yeah, blub innit?
Glubbing. Immense amounts of mana being spent to make this bubble. Hello, Tobias.
at least I'm putting it right back into you.
Yes, thank you.
What
But
did
it's
you
a.
say?
Wait, I just talked.
I haven't seen anything. What are we looking for?
Yes.
I still don't even know.
What is this?
A hamburger.
A water dragon.
Wait,
out
no.
here?
No. So apparently there was this fish folk. They were saying there was a monster, Leviathan or something, and apparently it might be a barrier.
That's a gigantic
Yes, this is the barrier, I think.
A Leviathan?
That's a whale. That's a whale skeleton.
It's a whale. Oh. Was that always there?
Yes, last I saw it was there.
Okay. Was this all?
That is a big ass skeleton.
It might be past the barrier. I do not know.
Oh, you can see.
Those fish folk didn't really talk English, so.
Yeah, they didn't. They barely spoke anything that I understood.
Hababa, hamburger, creature, kill.
Yeah, hababa. That's a.
Yeah, I said we'll Leviathan.
Ugh.
At some point.
Another one. All right. Well, if we don't see anything soon, I think we may just have to cut
This
our
way.
losses. Oh, this way?
Oh.
Okay.
A boat.
Yeah, so
Most
this
of
was
those are
here.
not frogs, they're clams.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dogs.
Those are turtles.
Sea turtles.
Oh, I see. I see.
I would guess. Down here.
Giant sea
well.
turtles, actually.
I don't see anything.
If I had,
No, I don't
to
either.
put a guess,
This is a false alarm.
yeah.
It may just be a false alarm.
This one's for Steve.
Oh my gosh.
I sure hope it's not.
All
a
right,
false
let's.
alarm. Well,
I think it might be a false alarm.
I don't
All right. Let's head back. Yeah, I suppose. Oh god, my arm's gonna be killing me in the morning.
Cunts.
Friend Murmia, if you're available.
Yeah.
We got everybody. Do we have everyone?
I'm still here.
Wait.
Other than
Earhart.
Pompeo, but I believe.
Oh, we never found
what's
Nerta.
he do?
Nerta's gone.
we're looking for the water.
Nerta. Nerta.
Did she come underwater?
Yeah.
He does.
That's a big clam.
Oh,
Never
that's
seen
not
that.
good.
That's a really big
dog.
cool rock. Oh, okay.
Answer that, or did he say he could?
Could be a lot to put in an art book. Mine is starting to hurt from fueling you.
Yeah,
I gotta make
me
this
too.
quick.
I am exhausted. Let's head out. Let's head back.
But what about
goodness.
Nerta?
We don't know where she's at, and we probably need water potions.
She can handle herself.
They are dead forever.
I don't think she's dead. I think.
Not that would be unfortunate. I don't quite know.
Is this the way up? Oh, I think it is. Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, I hear her.
She's up there.
Articulate. You're a liar.
That was exhausting.
Yes. Oh my god, my mana reserves. These creatures
So it's
They're slamming you up.
Hey, push.
You know how
Push.
blow them.
Blow them.
Come on. Come on.
They're slimy.
I do not like this at all. Push.
Can any of you
Leviathan, but it's sleeping right now apparently.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That was a waste of time.
May I ask, what is going on down there?
There is no Leviathan at the moment. It is not at the
They were trying to tell us stuff.
It's coming
There's a
this way.
Leviathan that's coming this way, but it's sleeping right now, and when it wakes up it'll be hungry, right?
I see.
I don't know. I was told they know.
Blah 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 Leviathan. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Wake. Blah 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 hungry.
Can I fish the Leviathan out of the water?
I haven't had the time to do it. Use it actually. I've been in the infirmary for a
We should
while.
probably meet at the portal and get ready for the forest.
Apparently it's asleep. Damn it now.
Burning
From what
daylight.
I noticed gathered.
Yes.
Thank you for warning us, though.
Yes, let everyone know.
Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you lending us with your mana. That way, you're able to actually get stuff done.
Do me a favor and help inform people that we're heading to the portal to head into the forest.
That was a potentially a big waste of time. All we really learned is that there's a big skeleton on the other side of there. I suspect
Yes,
a
we need to
whale.
gather resources, protect the tree, and look for
It was
Esk.
just
Or
a
investigate the tree and look for Esk.
not an actual creature.
They said it was
there's dragons saying that, and possibly that gas.
There's no dragon at the moment. They left. I don't know when they're going to
You
return.
could try talking to them. They're right here.
You requested. Hello. Can you? Do they know how to? Do you know how to commune with them?
Do any of them look
There they go. They're sharing their slime.
for hiding?
I only there you go. I found a bunch of them, but I only went for the viable ones.
Can you tell me the locations of those areas?
That's the problem. I don't think I can explain the location.
Please speak with them. Do you know how to commune?
I see.
It's that hard to get to. For some, one of them's a little harder to get to. The rest of them are a little easier. They all work.
Do any of you speak common?
I see. Then maybe we should look into this later. Just keep in mind where you found them, and
Oh yeah,
if you
no, I
can give me
remember where they are.
if the ocean is north, just tell me where each of the locations are based off the ocean being north.
The ocean is north. They're all south.
All of them are south.
There is one in the
You're a
ocean.
creature. We're all... See, they know some words, okay?
We're going to be gathering at the portal to
okay.
get into the forest.
Your creature.
Oh, you guys are going to the forest.
I meet you up there then.
Big water? You, yes.
Hey, Michael, do you want me to show you where some of the hiding spots are?
No, I'm going to the
Monster,
forest.
big scary.
Iona needs to go out there.
Big scary.
Big
scary.
While you're listening to this ripping conversation,
Interesting.
anything like this?
That is
All right.
interesting.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So you're small.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
This.
Leviathan.
I think it's inside me.
Or
Okay, so Leviathan. Okay, can you show Leviathan? Show
Leviathan is about, say, 50 times bigger than them.
Leviathan?
Hey, nerd.
Suppose I did like inform the
for like a They're trying to explain how much bigger the
this.
Leviathan is than the...
I know that. I know that.
It's about, say, 15, 20, maybe 30 times bigger than them.
I mean, it just seems like the ink that Shen uses.
Were you just asking to spend the night there?
No, I don't know.
That was actually quite rude.
That's
rude. Hey, we're trying to talk to them. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Go
We
ahead.
have roughly a few
It's
days.
okay. Hey. It's okay. Here, let me just.
If it's sooner than that, then I'm afraid that we're in a lot of trouble.
I'm going to...
Sure. Okay, let me make sure we don't have
Let me just
on
focus
top
on
of
this, see if I
everything
can
else.
figure out what kind of magic this is.
Is this Leviathan? It's getting weird. Is it going
This is going to
Leviathan,
You were misinformed. There's the Leviathan.
There's a Leviathan out there. It's
somewhere.
sleeping right now, but it's gonna come here.
I fear that's going to be coming.
I want to fish it out of the water.
I did it.
Remember,
I interrogated him.
the sea and the dragon from the air?
No, I believe you.
So we have time.
That's rather interesting.
This is why I like
The ink that I thought it was.
No. It seems to be something else.
Well, I didn't want to
Yes, unless the sound of the dragon wakes up the Leviathan.
That's why I said I'm sorry. I think it was you or somebody said that it was bait to get us to do something. I think it was a bait and a different bait.
Heading to the portal now.
I'm not exactly sure, but what I do know probably is that I feel like us being in possession of it is probably the best bet.
We shouldn't all be in the dirt.
I was thinking about using it on the tree.
I hope not.
Well, we don't want to kill the
Stop the
tree just
dragon.
yet.
Dragon to fight the
Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
stop the dragon from getting what it wants, it'll go away.
Dragon is the one guarding.
I wanted to mention that I'm heading to the portal now. In 10 minutes, I'm planning on heading in, but I'll be gathering now.
Dragon,
Alright.
dragon can hold grudge long time.
I've only been here for about an
Dragons
hour
live
and a half.
long. Anger
Container created.
So if tree is taken away,
I was going to ask the same thing, and I'm wondering what your plan is.
I want to inform you all that I'm heading to the portal at the top of the town. I'm planning on going in about 10 minutes. If ever.
Hey, John.
Hello.
I'm sorry to ask you this, but can you bring one of those leather armor sets here?
Yes. What size? I've made a couple of different sizes for your request.
The same one that was used. Actually, how many sets do you have? Let me ask that first.
I have two small, one that I would deem medium, and one is about our size.
I see. Then medium, I'm sure that he's medium, I hope.
Alright.
It's the same lad that used it, might use it before.
Alright.
It also almost fell off at one point.
Ugh.
It was not nice.
Get ore really easily.
itself being alive that long instead of thinking, oh yes, I want to kill myself.
I'm actually not sure. The church may have a bell.
Didn't start off as a tree. It was a person. I will double check our resources.
I got some. I got something in my eye.
The resources?
Yes, if you untree the tree, would it still provide that same thing?
Take your time.
Here you go. 1 medium set of armor.
Thank you. Leather, of course.
Yes.
I gave it to him soon as he gets here. If he gets here. Do you need a leather armor? Do you need armor?
I'm fine without it. I can't actually wear it.
See, I have John made a couple of sets of leather armor from the hunt I gone out with. Took down a whole huge boar.
Wearing armor really goofs up my jam and my focus. I can't do magic properly with it.
Well, we have about 5 minutes left for everyone to gather.
I mean, it might be good to go in.
If any of the people need armor, I had commissioned John here to make leather armor
I see.
for the past days.
I feel it might be wise to just wait a bit as well, because, again, the forest may be dangerous without Eska's influence upon it. And the turn of the hour is always a good time for doing anything.
Well, last time I got almost eaten by a friggin' flower.
Oh no, feels like a smaller group would be able to slip in easier than a large group that's broadcasting their whereabouts and everything from all the noise and stuff.
Where's Nikki? I think the plan that I'm aiming for is that we all split into smaller groups. One searches the tree, the other searches for resources, and the other searches for signs of Eska, essentially.
And I'll search for Shen.
I doubt that Shen is around. He's probably going to gather the dragon, and I'm not sure how long that'll take him. Probably a few days, if I were to guess. But keeping a lookout for him is still wise.
Yeah.
I think all groups should be on the lookout for that. And I hope that the tree's influence will not prevent us from getting close to it. Given that it's able to keep control of the plants in some regard, we might actually face some kind of
resistance to our presence there if the tree does summon some of the plants to come and attack us.
Do we know who's going to be coming along on the trip?
Well, we haven't formed split into groups yet.
Stepping down if needs to.
I have good news, Hot.
Yes.
I haven't found a bell, but I did find something we can use to notify the town about a dragon attack.
Guess we get to protect you this time, Iona.
Which is?
No more getting
a horn
stuck by dragon magic.
That's wise. What kind of?
I'll be fine.
It's a big one. Big horn.
That could be very useful. I think that may be wise. Do you have the capacity to blow a horn?
Yes, I can still breathe. Well,
Michael, do you want me to show you one of the hiding spots?
I see.
No, stop asking.
There's still some human in me left.
Michael, do you want me to show you one of the hiding spots?
I will take you by the leg and I'll fucking slam you on the ground.
You've done it before, probably.
I like to see that.
I don't remember at this point.
What? That was
Just-
okay.
Please don't encourage him. He actually will. He's thrown them off a cliff before.
Perhaps two groups would suffice. I don't know if we actually need a third group specifically for Eska. I think keeping eyes open for signs of Eska would be good.
I throw food at him.
On either side.
That's actually less dangerous than what he does.
It's not as bad.
Small group going to the tree.
I did throw
Whatever size group looking for resources / Eska.
I also ate said pancakes, so they were good.
Yes.
I think I have an idea to I think I know how I can distract the dragon.
It also could be likely that Eska's at the tree still as well, since that's where they fell from. But I also wonder if they find refuge elsewhere. It'd be the swamp.
You could be fucking annoying to it. Ugh. You could be annoying to it.
I was thinking
That's your
about throwing a
distraction.
golden coin that has legs on it. It's this like coin insect. I put it in my item bag and it just never got out.
You have a coin insect?
Yeah, I have one of those things from like the chest that you guys had, and then I just took it in.
You still have
an item bag. Yep, I do.
Why?
I have a bunch of weird items. You want to see
are
it?
A little menace.
Do you want to see it?
No.
Are we heading out?
Go into the portal.
Yes, we are planning on heading out.
Space. I haven't seen in quite some time.
Portal time.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Look, it's a DM. Hello.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I'm doing like arm stretches because one arm has been
It's
dead
our
all
forest.
day.
We own it. That's why we're here.
Oh!
That'll be a $2 admission.
You heard the boss. $2.
What?
I don't have to
$2.
pay because I don't know
sorry.
how to read.
$2?
$2.
Okay, you get the senior discount.
$2.
Oh, God damn it.
$2.
Thank you.
Oh, give $2.
Okay, I'm going to turn into a
Okay.
ball for a second while people load in.
What? Did I just have to pay tax for traveling?
The boss
Yeah.
said it's a $2
Yeah, you did.
admission.
Oh, it's a
You had
$2
paid
admission.
$2 admission?
Do you accept golden
$2
insect coins?
subscription to go inside the forest.
$2.
I have a
You
gold
have to pay
insect
a
coin.
monthly fee.
$2.
You don't have $2. The most I can give you is a gold insect coin.
Can't get in.
Oh no! Wait, you have $2. I want to go on the
transported myself to
ride.
an alternative form of the town.
I don't have
that was completely and totally empty.
So it has been like it's been half a day.
I don't know why it's still up.
Does Iona's arm have any sign of
tantrum.
whatsoever?
I'm just gonna eat some
People that came in. Yeah.
There was like
I have a full
constant
bag
healing.
on
Yeah, I only,
into it.
let's see, I only have money and Vietnamese dong.
I chugged the shit out
You
of my
take
water.
Vietnamese dong.
You're fine.
That's the only currency I have.
There is no residual effect.
Yeah. It's been a minute. I do apologize.
Man,
What?
Been having some trouble.
Like, find an alternative. So
I
don't have
turned
to use my
30.
staff. Damn. Okay.
Fuck.
I said it would hurt for half a session. And
But I'm trying to.
No,
I'm trying to branch
gray
out
and
again,
such?
and
No.
because you know
What is it?
RP and hanging out with people I know.
You healed up your arm with the help of others, and it's been half a session.
Took a long ass time to heal your
That's good to
damn
see you
arm.
again.
Yeah.
You channeled constant healing magic.
Oh no.
I'm
gonna mess this up.
So
I'm gonna
know
keep
you
saying. I'm gonna
person
tell you
over
this. It's just
there.
a voice.
I know you.
I might need to talk to you after session.
Are you drinking
I need to
again?
fill you on some things that you might not know about.
What did I tell you about the drinking?
So I could finish my quest of finding an
I just put
alternative
things on my own, so I have to
using my staff, because that's why I was set down here.
No more.
Yeah, we don't have $2.
The scurvy is over. No
only
more
have,
vitamins.
Japanese
I'm gonna have to turn you back. I'm sorry.
on the ride.
Here you go, vitamins.
Cringe. Stop being sad.
Wonderful.
$2.
We're not going
I'm not being
on.
sad. I'm just
No
What?
pumpkin juice. Pumpkin seeds.
Iona is
Yes.
avoiding tyrannosaurus.
I want on the ride.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yes. Here.
Oh, too bad. We
I'm
don't
not
have
doing a very
time for
good
rides.
job.
If I eat
the
pumpkin
ride,
seeds,
you
is that
meanie.
basically eating your children?
You always like end up next to me.
No.
Well,
Gives you
okay.
Is that
medium
cannibalism?
Oh, no.
I think
No,
I
wait,
have
I'm not a
to
pumpkin.
sneak up on you there in the church.
It would be for you.
Uncle Michael.
Funny enough, I saw you in my
Yeah.
mirror, and I was like,
You'd be
"Oh, I get
eating
to
your
do a
own
silly
seed.
bit.
leather armor.
Ew.
Oh, I get
Thanks
to
for
do
the
the
follow,
silly turn
Keith.
and jump."
Yeah,
what's your birthday?
That's kind of bad.
Wow.
That sounds
Hello.
bad.
How's
You stop
my
being-
favorite lich? I mean skeleton doing?
Let's go.
This fucking coward. When people ask like, didn't speak up, fucking loser.
This looks like the hallucinator.
You literally talked to the entire
That's because
chat
it
about
is.
how about
you can be with
let's
us.
raise
We do
a
need
fucking
guys.
dragon skeleton
trying
from the
I
ocean.
can't believe you have Kira's weapon.
This
I
man.
don't use this healer. I use it in April because I only have 2 swords.
And he decided to go and torture his sword.
Yo-yo.
Get down on your teeth and Waypoint just do 3 sorts of
So duck me. Is that what you're implying? I'd be duck right now?
I forgot that he
I'm gonna kill you so hard to stage at this time.
No.
You're gonna try.
He needs to appeal to Twitch instead of holding it in his mouth. One sword in both hands and then one in his foot.
Your work needs work.
No,
Mission of the forest.
he needs to appeal to Twitch. So instead of the third sword being in his mouth, you need to hold it in your
I paid
foot.
you $2 when I came in here.
The forest ride.
Oh, just like Raiden.
It's the forest ride.
Skelly, where your flesh is a coat.
Thank you. I'm kind of confused.
I mean, I can have blades on my feet.
Skelly man.
Can I kill the
Bayonetta has guns on her feet. Why not blades in your feet?
Yeah, it's flammable. I love flammable.
Man, that's not bad. Just
You want this
Yeah.
lemon as
kick
well?
the heels.
Just stay away from
Exactly.
campfires.
Damn, you haven't paid admission for all that yet.
It's not a bad idea.
Point no.
Don't you die again.
Actually,
General
what?
consent, which includes
I'm about to control us.
Kill the players?
Yes. You got the bundle.
I want to get a permanent injury. Just fucking destroy Iona's good mood.
In a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they picked him clean.
Dude, wait, Frank, I'm taking back the death card, but like, I'm giving you an extra permanent injury card.
That is the sword! It is the sword of power!
He's getting his 2 injury cards. Can I get like...
Yeah, this is the sword that Ryder once made for him.
We're not worthy! We're trash!
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Can I have a... Can I just have like...
You got that big sword.
It's good that you're wearing all metal.
By the way, Evie, this is the armor.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Iona's magic card.
Send me back!
And I'm gonna take Michael's ego card, and then I'm gonna go so weird.
This is the armor.
Thank you.
By the way, Evie, the Ryder once made.
Crippled skin.
Nice.
Sorry, Charlie.
You can John, that's me. You can death though because death needs to suffer.
I agree with this armor.
I
bet you do.
I'm here for
Here's my sunlight sensitivity class. Shine light at Tyron and he goes...
And go with that.
Ignore that.
Also my player agency card, so I go on it.
Yes! And snacks, yeah. Trail mix.
Brown shirt.
Yeah.
This is a trail.
I'm planning on working on yours again, because I just got done with someone else's for the arcade. So
I just did that one.
I'm doing devising.
Hello, small person. I'm gonna give you a pet pat.
They can expect that and probably. I always giving extra.
I think overrun with attention. Attention, everyone, overrun.
Keys.
Winchester.
Jiggles. It's time. I think enough of us have gathered. It's time to RP.
Say no.
Pick it up.
Okay. Down on my level.
It's time.
It's coming!
Yeah, what?
Alright, let's head to the campsite and determine our plan.
Alright.
Traveling through that portal is always such a harrowingly, discombobulating experience. I'm never really a fan, I'll tell you what. Nope, not me.
All the trees and shrubs are different colors.
Yep, welcome to the Feywilds.
I don't know if this is just a regular forest and I'm tripping out, or... Where is this?
The Feywilds.
Is this Mordor?
Wish.
Wonder whatever happened to that
Hello?
ghost.
I can't go in. There's a barrier. Oh, no, I'm good. Hi, guys. This is my house now. Nobody can come in unless
You know what
they
we
brought
should
pie.
do here? Make this place encampment to stay by near, just in case the tree does something.
That could be wise.
We also lost half of our people as they did not come with us.
No worries, I
there we
can,
go, small
I can
party.
lower our losses.
So, well, now there they go.
There's no bed in here.
Share screens in distance. What?
We need a bed.
Help me. Help.
Also use
Yeah,
the
nothing catch up with
bathhouse
us.
area as some sort of trade post between the other place, maybe.
It's owned by a fox, apparently.
Oh, then
I don't know their
even
name.
better.
What do you eat?
Natural selection.
Well, my study's
All right.
more things than you'd think.
I think we have enough here to go over the general plan. So, the idea is that we're going to be separating into 2 groups, or more potentially, but for now 2. One group is going to go to the top of the tree and ascertain any kind of magical artifacts or any defenses that we could possibly utilize in the defense of the tree, and for staking out future defensive positions there. And the other is they're going to have another group going to gather resources for the town, and any resources that might help us in this endeavor as well.
I'm not too worried about providing offerings for the Fae, given that Eska controls this forest, and since we are defending the forest and gathering the resources technically for that purpose, I think it should be fine. But you had your hand up.
May I go to the tree? Maybe I can find some good parts of around the tree to set, make plans to make defenses.
If you're comfortable with climbing, I don't see why not.
Oh, that tree.
Yes, the
I'll
large
do
one.
my best.
But, Nicola, you expressed an interest in gathering resources earlier?
So, there are
Yes.
some locations I'm not too aware of. There are caves in the swamp, but there are caves in other locations.
Hmm. Well,
I'll be going with them.
Very well.
I think we shouldn't
so anyone who
have
is
Sticking with you,
more than 5
Pumpkinhead.
people going to the tree. We should keep it small to try to keep from being seen or detected.
I believe that's fair. We also don't know how safe the tree is, given that the tree does somewhat have a level of control over the forest, so it could be dangerous going there. That's why it's wise to have a smaller group. But we also need the others to gather resources and to keep an eye out for both Aska and Shin, if they do show up, or any other threats that might appear. But I do recommend staying as a group. We don't know absolutely if they are dead. Just that they were mortally wounded. I don't know how Fae work, but from what I understand, Fae can come back or rejuvenate themselves. But yes,
Can I volunteer as bait?
if you desire such.
Yay!
But I
I'm
would
gonna be
recommend that we do try to stay together as a group, or in our two groups.
Oh no! I just meant if you guys want to like take me up there and just kind of give me a nudge, I'll be bait.
I don't think that would be necessary.
Never mind, I can't say that. It might be offensive.
I believe
What'd you call
the
me?
other group went to go find
I didn't
some
say
way to
shit.
give
You wanna go?
to get strawberries, whatever. But me, John, and Storm, but no, not Storm, Gold. Me, John, and Gold are going to the top of the tree.
It's a lovely day. It's not storming. It's a lovely day.
Cool nickname.
We also
They
need
don't
to
know your
ascertain where you left the shroom, the void shroom.
Yeah, I know where I left it.
So, 2 more could join us per John's request, but all the rest would be very grateful if you could gather resources of any kind and to keep a lookout for any dangers.
Alright.
You wanna go gather sticks?
Resource hunting done.
I'd see the results.
Yes.
We should separate ourselves in 3. 2 go get resources, and the 1 group will go up to the tree.
Yeah, that's what we're
Spread
doing.
ourselves more. Oh, okay. My apologies. I thought we were still doing the 2 thing. My apologies.
Oh, you mean 2 groups go for resources, 1 goes to the tree?
Aye.
I mean, if there's already a second group out there, I believe Michael and
Never mind.
Iona and a few others actually left to go do their own thing. But they're gathering strawberries and doing other stuff, so I think
I see.
having 2 is good, as there's already a 3rd group, and I don't want to spread the numbers too thin lest we be open to being attacked while out here. But if we are all in agreement with this, then we may split apart. And again, keep a lookout for Shin and Aska. Finding them both would be useful for different reasons, but yes.
Resource group can be escort to base of tree. I would propose the swamp with resource group, so we are heading same way to start with.
That's fair.
You
The
have
swamp
a
is on the
beautiful
way.
voice.
Huh?
Yeah.
But if we're all ready, then we can head out. We'll take this direction and head to the
Alright.
tree that way.
Aye, aye.
Good luck.
I wish we have
Marks on Shin.
Well, maybe I'll be fine. I doubt. I guess it'll depend on if Shin is using this as a trap or not.
I guess it would. Am I going the right direction?
I don't know.
Kind of, yes.
The forest can be a bit confusing.
Agreed.
Don't sniff the flowers, you're probably gonna die. Cause I'm the bait. Dun 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 dun.
All right, down through here.
This is where I ran through. I didn't know you could go up here.
Oh my god, I'm in the bush! I'm lost! I'm good.
Yeah, there. Wait for the others for a bit.
Jeez.
Careful.
Hey. Around in that bush.
All right.
Yeah, it's very hard to breathe in them for some reason. It's weird.
Yeah, and it's very easy to swim.
Oh my god, look guys, corn!
Oh, very sudden environmental change.
I love corn.
I don't think that's corn.
We can.
Oh, but
It is the
what?
Feywild.
I'm hungry.
All right.
You know I run a farm, right?
What?
There should be
You run
about
a
the place where
farm?
we
This is where
split
the
off.
path to climbing up happens for most people.
And you
Yes.
never told me
And
until
the swamp
now?
should be in that
I
general
haven't seen you in
direction.
quite some time.
Both directions, I suppose.
That's true.
Like 2 weeks ago, who had like stolen food from us and made a bunch
The
of
intention
sets.
is to scour this bottom area here for anything that might be good resources. I'm open to collecting different things.
Tanked it.
Then we make our way
what?
to the swamp, perhaps.
Pretty badass. Those things
Like he survived
Question.
somehow.
Question. Hi. What kind of resources?
So, anything that can be used for
It's a very bad
crafting.
thing. If you fell into one, you might survive.
Okay,
it.
so
You're
sticks,
supposed to be-
stones, grass.
If
So
you
anything.
can't find food, that would also be welcome.
And
Stockpiling food is a wise idea.
Yes.
you work on a farm and you're a pumpkin head, and I will eat anything. Let's go look for food.
Good luck on your climb. I wish you the very best.
Thank you. Let's go, you two.
We'll
Bye.
try.
God, every time I talk to him, it's like I'm transported to a magical land.
Mm.
Oh, why did that hurt so bad?
Oh, fuck it.
Okay. Oh, yes, I'm fine now.
Tell me if things burnt or not. I can never even burnt it.
Where's Gold?
He's still working his way up here.
Nope.
I can do it. I can do it.
All right.
Not really.
I hate climbing.
I slipped a little bit.
I'm okay.
Is this-
Nothing
no.
happened.
Oh, you can't climb on this. All
I
right.
can give you a lift. And we can climb up this.
No, we have to go across here. Actually, climbing up this may have been utterly pointless.
Oh, you. No, I have an idea.
Just jump!
Oh.
Sean.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit.
As you're up here.
Okay.
As you're up here climbing up, it's getting a bit chillier and you're feeling slightly more of a windy breeze. Just want to let you know.
Thank you. Oh.
Hey, John.
Is this climbable? Yes, it is. Wait, no, it's not.
You just kind of have to jump over here.
No.
It's not something that you can. It's.
All right, Gold.
1, 2, 3.
With the attempt of trying to catch your friend Gold, Earnhardt, you slip off. Gold using your head as a ledge to catch himself and get onto the platform. He boots you on top of the head, but you both manage to get up here.
Thank you, friend. As my audio shuts off.
It is so much more difficult to climb without the connection. Oh, okay.
And you two knighted fellows in your metallic armor feel it getting a bit chillier. And you're feeling more of a breeze.
It's cloth. It's actually cloth armor.
Alright, well, you're cloth.
How are you so bad at climbing? I understand Gold. He's in, full plate, but...
Well, typically when I could channel the power of the defenders, I could literally entrench my fingers into rock, but now I have to... I'll just kind of scrape on.
Oh, peace.
Come, we have no time to dilly-dally.
I'm on my way!
Alright.
Who's that?
No one you have to worry too much about.
Not too much. You say that last time. Last time I got through off by someone with magic.
Ah, what? Oh. Ah, shit!
It's a rainbow dragon! It's a rainbow dragon! It's a rainbow dragon! I got rainbow on it.
Do we have any idea? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes, this is the tree. Yes, John?
I have the canister in my hands.
Good.
I had it in that bush.
I see. Well, we have that now.
There are plenty of places.
But
we could take down
why
some
was
of
the
these
rainbow
stones,
dragon here?
Actually.
I haven't seen the crystal dragon in a long time. Do we ever ascertain if that was friend or foe?
I think it's enemy. I think it's the one that tried blowing us off this island before.
I see. In other words, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's a dragon.
Alright. Time to measure and look around, see if things can be built on this godforsaken island.
Hi, Michael. Where'd you get here?
I flew up here.
I forgot.
You saw the dragon, right?
Yeah, we all did. We were sitting down there. Of course we did.
Oh, that's good.
You guys are down below?
Yeah.
No, we just got up here.
Oh,
I found some promising locations that could be a great defense and structures.
I see. Where would that
We
be?
could take down some of this stone walls of ruins, clean them up a little bit, and rebuild them, and build a smaller but also stable wall so no one can fall off the island. Alongside with this point right here, since this is some sort of point of someone falls to their death, place of magic, we could put a ballista position here, and also one in the opposite direction, right next to that pillar.
How do we plan on getting a ballista up here? Building one up here?
Well, in order to have a ballista,
Hello,
you bring them
God.
piece by piece and put it together up here.
That could work. It'll be a bit difficult, but if we can make it in a few days, then that could be about.
If we can make one, we can take it apart and bring piece by piece and put it together up here.
John, just so you know, the void fungus, when you go investigate it, is just dried ink.
Yep, that's what I was about to do.
Okay.
Although it might take time taking down some of these pillars, making sure they're stable as well, and so we can rebuild some sort of stone fortifications around there.
It's going
At
to
least
just
little walls, so no
throw the
one falls
canister
off.
right up against the rock. Son of a bitch!
What's wrong? Oh, that's not good.
What?
As you pick it up and look inside, you won't see any void fungus or any kind of void fungus substance in it. It is now dried ink.
Dried ink. What does this mean?
It means he played me for a third time.
For the third time?
Fool me
Or I
once,
should say
say my
second
name.
time.
Fool you twice, jeez.
Was there never
For
a
your
void
third
fungus
time,
in the
my
first place?
gods.
It
No,
looked like
apparently
void
not.
fungus at the time. He hasn't some sort of ink magic. I'm assuming that he made it
Why
look
don't you ask her?
real at the time, and now that it's faded, it's
Ah, fuck. Weapons.
I don't know if she can actually physically harm us, unless she did the other day.
There she goes.
Careful around edges.
Both the gathering party and Diana's party.
Could use some spikes as well, just in case it tries to prevent dragons landing on us. On the edges. Wood or stone. It will do the trick.
Yeah.
Although we need to clear all this foliage. No?
Okay. There
See, it's already defending itself.
Roots are trying to wrap around me. All right.
We could have a stone, mine this stone here as well.
Could.
Is there any way that we could attack the tree directly? Burn the tree down. Just burn this specific tree down.
We'd have to generate a big fire, and that would probably consume the rest of the forest, to be honest, unless we can control it somehow.
I could try to control it with my fire.
It'd have to be a big fire. Like a tree this big, it's probably filled with moisture. It'll probably be difficult to try to burn it down, let alone any magical defenses it has.
Oh yeah.
We don't even
that's
know
for sure.
how to destroy the tree beyond the void fungus, and we don't even know what the void fungus is even capable of it in the first place. Now, at
We
this
can't
point.
even get it,
Where
because
is
the only
even the
way to
void
get
fungus
it
even
is
exists?
from... The only way to get void fungus is from dragon exits the body stuff.
I won't even trust the dragons anymore.
No.
Honestly, like you said, fooled you
On
three
your
times.
6. On your 6.
Yeah, I see it. Put your weapons away.
Oh, where the
Excuse me,
fuck
well, who
did
are you?
Ted come from?
They must have climbed up.
You all having fun up here?
A little bit. I like climbing. I'm trying to have a conversation here, guys. I don't need all you
Not a
guys fucking
conversation.
trying to listen.
Stupid idea.
You doing deals with the
Don't
dragons?
just stare at me. What do you want?
It wasn't deals. I was just talking. I said hello.
I thought you were someone else, but who exactly are you?
Another dragon.
Just a dragon passing by.
There seems to
You
be a
with
lot
the
of
other
dragons passing
dragons?
by.
Hmm.
Are you with the other dragons?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
You guys suck at this.
Do you want to find out?
No, but I'm prepared for it.
Wonderful.
Perhaps introductions would be better. Well, I'm Erhard, and we were up here searching for any way to defend this tree from other dragons trying to take control of it.
Oh, that's cute.
May I know your name?
Do you deserve it?
I don't understand why I would not have reason to know your name. If you deem it necessary that I don't know, I suppose that's fine.
You know, names are pretty useful things. They help you categorize who or what someone is. And I find in my line of work it's a lot easier to not be categorized.
Then, what's the purpose of you being here?
Oh, just watching.
I see.
Playing the watching game.
Were you with
You
the...
work for other...
I was going to ask, were you with the rainbow dragon that passed overhead? The one with the crystals?
No. I just like to fly around.
I see. Let me ask you a question.
You're working for any other dragons?
Well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together considering I haven't shown up until now.
Where's your brother? I want to talk to him.
Brother?
You know, Shin.
You're confusing me for someone else.
Maybe.
You're the one that tried to kill us, right? That's who you want to talk
I
to?
don't give a shit what fucking dragon. I want to talk to any of them. I was trying to have a conversation. You guys are fucking asking a billion questions.
Oh, shit.
If you have not noticed, most of the dragons that we met is trying to kill us.
Oh, you got a sister. That's nice.
No, Shin does, not me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you consider fishing to be gathering a mountain dragon to come eat this tree, then I suppose so.
That doesn't sound like her.
They said his sister fishing, not Shen. Shen's been planning bring Jack.
My mistake. Well, if you're not going to be interfering in what we're doing, I suppose there's no real issues here then.
Well, I could.
But why would you?
How long you been standing there?
For fun.
Not as long as I would like to.
Fucking dragons.
Do you have a sundial?
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Why would I?
Because you guys suck at conversation.
Shin has one. Why not?
That's because most of them would prefer to be needlessly antagonistic towards.
Did he pull the rock trick again?
Yeah.
Can you
I'm gonna
repeat that?
continue finding more places.
Very well. I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did he pull the rock trick again?
The rock
What
trick.
exactly do you mean by that?
Did he show you a rock and say it was his sundial?
It looks.
You guys actually fell for that?
I never saw the sundial.
It looked like a sundial. Must be his ink magic again.
Yes, he does like to trick people.
But why would you tell us this exactly? Just for fun?
Well, the more you know, the more of a reason I haven't intervened.
Intervene how?
Have they been seen in the town?
Claws, teeth, fire.
Against Shin or us?
Have free access into the town anytime they
You.
which is a
Me.
very bad thing for us.
You? And you? Anyone else listening right now? So do you really want to pry for more information?
Not particularly. I'd rather settle things peacefully.
Then I suggest you be on your way.
Under protections under the Fey magic and also the magic.
Where? Down from the tree or just away from you?
Wherever isn't near me.
Very well. If you want to have a conversation with them, that's fine.
I guess it's up to you. Have fun with your conversation.
I don't know anymore. All I can say is that all fuck shit is going up more asses than anyone else and anything else. We have
Hey, John.
dragons, we have fae, we have new people that are coming around
Yes.
thinking they can do stuff.
Where
and
is
we
it?
are still trying to survive.
Where's what?
Yeah.
It's up here somewhere.
Oh, you mean
Are you
the
talking about the fucking void?
The box.
You mean
It's
the
fucking empty.
There was no
want my
void
melon.
fungus. He used his ink magic to make us think he gave us void fungus.
Are
Again,
you sure?
We're positive.
Okay.
Stakes, maybe some palisades if we run out.
Don't get yourself killed.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sometimes I wonder if he still thinks this is a dream, considering he does reckless shit like that.
Yeah, I think he does. Also, well, I
He's
was
very
going to
deliberate
say
in his
this.
actions.
Yeah, I was going to say this to you, John, because I was just talking to Gold about it, but I'll say it anyway. You know how Shin has the sundial?
You mean the rock, yeah.
Allegedly? Yeah, well, that could be just all from his fucking ink.
Well, yeah, that's what
Her
they said
revealing
as much.
that perhaps means the dragons are not quite united in purpose.
Yeah. So which means we could have killed Shin at any time in the town because he had no fucking protection.
I've planned out some defensive places. Still 2 ballistas, I think, is pretty much the successful course. Although, if we can find any Fletchers, we could start making crossbows and bows for ourselves.
Have you looked up there for a higher vantage point above the tree?
Well, I only been informed to only find defensive positions here, but I could go up there and see if we can do something there. But then again, we need the resources. 2 ballistas are already stretching it enough.
True.
The
But I do
problem
think a higher
is,
vantage point would be beneficial for us.
could we even getting those resources up here? I mean, it's a struggle just to get people up here sometimes, including you and your
That is true.
armor. How are you going to get all the heavy?
That is true.
Lumber, rope, all of that to bring ballistas up here.
Well, I only can hope only some of the mages or magic users have some hocus pocus things to make things fly and stuff like that.
Half of us don't have
Otherwise, we
levitation
could just
magic.
use ropes and lifts.
The other part is
Yeah,
we would
half
have
of
to have
us-
people manned here guarding it the entire time. If we leave back in town and no one's defending it, the dragons can easily
I
tear
don't
it
mind
apart.
putting myself there.
Destroy it.
If it's for the tree, I
Excuse me.
suppose.
I see someone that I need to speak with. But an alternative is to man the ballistas on the ground and hope that the Earth Dragon has a more vulnerable underside.
I don't know. I just been told
Can you do
what
me a
I've been
favor?
told and what to do. That's all I've been said.
If
I
she
think
can
we might
still
be
talk
already
to
on
me,
the same page.
if she can still talk to me, I have some questions for her regarding the tree.
Well, to the guarding purposes, I don't mind putting myself there if it's to the main risk. Wise, I don't mind holding the front line if needs to. Maybe I can scrounger about some volunteers.
You would have to have volunteers.
What?
That's risking it.
Well, everything is a risk out here. Right now, standing here is a risk already.
I think I see Shin.
Yeah, it happens from time to time.
Shin, you son of a bitch. have you now. Come on, you're. I am going to kill you.
What are you thinking?
I want to kill him.
I don't know how successful you'll be.
Well, only one way to find out.
He just said that if you try to attack him, there'll be repercussions. You attacking him now would endanger everyone here. He already saw you.
I know I didn't make myself hidden. If I wanted him to not see me, he wouldn't see me.
Right now, Nikolai is asking him a question that he must answer. Or that he will answer truthfully, not that he will answer it accurately. Or, well, in the way that we might want. But I don't know what exactly they're planning on asking. I think they're asking right now. I'd ask that you withhold your aggression for now. So there's a more opportune time.
That's the plan.
back to business, I suppose.
Made quite a commotion to them. Questioned why we were gathering resources and armoring ourselves. They are onto us. Simply.
They're onto us, yeah.
It's not like we're not being obvious.
But with those questions in mind, it is very simple. My theory was correct at the table.
Tell the gathering team, try to gather some of the boards that are not useful anymore.
Back up top.
Maybe I can put those.
I mean to do that, but
Go around it. It's not the right rock. Go around.
Shit. Oh no 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 no. No no no. No no no. No no no. No no. Oh god. I don't want to respawn. God damn it. I'm gonna have to fucking respawn. God. No no no. Yes. Phew.
You know, you can't have a fucking
Wait.
private conversation anywhere, can you?
Well, you're next to the tree, sir.
Well, that didn't work.
And what's the
Well,
tree
we
got for
found
you
it.
guys?
that was a waste of time.
What are you trying to do?
Get a vantage point. My boot just fell off. Apologies for interrupting.
That's where I. No. Continue private conversation. No worries. We're just trying to save the tree.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of a private conversation if you guys are fucking standing
Then
there.
move, then!
Then move!
It's kind of dumb
were here
that we're
first.
trying to set up defenses
Yeah, to be
here.
fair, that is a little bit. It is a. But. Well.
If you have not noticed and have you been to the meeting,
I
we're
was
trying
at
to
the
do
meeting.
here, then you should understand what we're doing here then.
So what did Shin? What bullshit did he spew?
Oh, that he's here to protect the town, and that he's here to be on the town side, and that he is here to consume the tree because the Fae can't be trusted. In the short term, it's going to hurt, but it's ultimately necessary, and he wants us to remove all of the Fae from our town.
Called it.
Which would include Ivy and others. Which is not going to happen. But he also confirmed that there's no way they can attack us anyway because of the barrier.
But that dragon over there did mention that it wasn't his sister's forte to be
Consuming things so eagerly, which means that the water dragon may actually be on our side somewhat.
Did he have an answer as to the sundial? If he's so keen on protecting us, why did he lie about having a sundial?
No, because we didn't question him on it. Although for all we know, that other dragon lady could be lying, so we have no idea.
I guess we'll have to compare our notes with Ted later when we get back to town.
I suppose we will.
At the very least, the dragon hasn't killed him, so he seems to be making progress anyway.
He could have been nicer about it.
For right now, I have no idea what to do. I looked around the tree, but there seems to be no sign of anything that could really help us outside of placement of defenses.
We kill Shin.
How are we going to accomplish that?
Just need to find an opportunity. That's what you do when you assassinate and kill someone. It's not all about the dagger into the back. It's not always the poison. It's not always the planning, the patience, the waiting for vulnerabilities, weaknesses. Things that you can exploit.
Did you enjoy your profession of murdering?
No. I only did it because I thought that I was doing the thing. That's why I could tell. That's why I could tell that that's where Shin is probably headed. Why, in the meeting, I was pretty much already calling that he was thinking it was for the best interest of the town. Once you start talking to yourself as the good guy, you sometimes when you do things you don't necessarily Don't get me wrong, there were definitely people I've killed that were bad people. People that should not exist in our world. People that did horrendous acts that, had they been left alone, would have continued doing horrendous acts. But I've also killed my fair share of people that were just scholars, people wanting to restore our history of a previous way of magic and such. But we never...
Doesn't sound too different from where I come from. Was magic volatile where you came from?
No, there were four mages that they went mad with power. They were corrupted by it. They were obsessed with expanding their knowledge of magic to the expense of everyone around them. They wreaked havoc. They eventually gained the name of warlord mages because they constantly waged wars. And one day it reached my doorstep, and wife and child were dead when I came back. My entire village just flattened. It's like it was never, except for the ashes. So I took from hunting animals to a different kind of prey, and I will never apologize for taking assholes. I didn't enjoy it, but the world was a better place with them gone. It recovered. But there was always the fear that the next warlord mage might show up after them, so I kind of formed a group that would suppress and try to limit the amount of magic in the world. Sometimes it's just by destroying some of that knowledge. Sometimes it was destroying the people that was sharing that. When I first came to this town, to Sundial, my original plan was to keep my head down, wait for an opportunity, find a good way, and break down the Fae, and try to create what I did. A lot of people showed me how stupid doing what I did just because of those warlords. On one hand, I can already see where sin is coming. But on the other, that's why I also know why I know he's wrong, because I was wrong. Sorry, an old man's conscience kind of went away from.
I suppose, but what got you to stop in the first place?
Or, well, what convinced you that doing this is a bad idea?
It wasn't a single thing. Just living in the town. Some of it was stopping the very stupid people that would talk about the plans out in the open. Remember the old town, the old tavern, you know, there was that balcony area. Imagine trying to have a secret conversation about killing all the Fae when someone could easily eavesdrop by just sitting on the bench on the other side. Trying to stop the stupid plans like that. Dazio being willing to help me with after finding out that I had death magic in me, and seeing how people used their magic for decent things, and seeing how there were people with plenty of powerful magic but not abusing it like I've seen before. Just a lot of small things from living in town adding up.
Do you think it's possible to change Shin's mind?
I don't know. Sometimes when you're old, you're willing to change your mind, you're willing to adapt, change with the times. But sometimes when you're old enough, you get set in your ways, you're stubborn, you don't want to accept any other ways of life or changes. It's hard to know without knowing his personal reasons for his grudge against the Fae. It's possible, at least. Not impossible.
One thing he did mention was that his lover was apparently killed by a Fae. Although, I'm not sure how much deceit comes out of his mouth. It's
Maybe
difficult to find fact from fiction.
Maybe I'll try having a talk with him. Maybe if I can get a private talk and I share my story and he shares his, maybe come to an understanding. But that's we have to find some way of setting that up.
I mean, I suppose the next time he shows up, you could try. As long as he's not trying to kill us.
I could suppose somehow, if I could send him a message in some way. Maybe I could arrange some kind of private meet.
The dragon lady should be over there. You could ask her to see if you could pass a message along.
Depends on if they're still having that private conversation, I suppose. Speak of the devil.
Thousands of years behind our back. Some of us only live for only 12.
Yes, I know. Why do you think I did it when John learned, or lied that he learned, that the tree was going to die?
Should we?
Why
So
do
we
you
should
think
let you.
I threw you all off at the Featherfall rune, so you would not hurt. The only ones who hurt.
Well, you missed the mark with a few people.
Well, that's their fault, really. And it'll build character. Now, enough talking from you, Aso. Please,
Enough
I
talking
want to
from
hear your
me.
point.
As we were trying to say before you got aggressive. We were trying to figure out what exactly, why the violence, what we can do for it to protect the town. While others are off building things, putting things that could harm others. Information is needed. No one thought to grab that, but did.
Willing information. I'm not out here to threaten nobody to get any knowledge. I just wanted to talk. And that's what we were doing. And then you come up here and you start fucking threatening people. You ain't helping nothing. I have
a question
this
for
woman
you.
standing here. No, you're going to let me finish. I see this woman standing here. I say, hey, who are you? Thinking, hey, somebody I can talk to. You guys fucking surround her with weapons? You think that's the right thing to do? How
When
would you
we're
like it if
under
somebody
threat,
approached
yes.
you surrounded with fucking weapons? You're going to get kind of defensive, ain't
Then
you?
they are feared. We're scared. You ever felt scared? I am scared
Have I ever
of
felt
my
scared?
balls right now by standing in front of this man or woman. I stand tall much as I can, much as I even kind of threaten myself to even stand. We don't know anything as we stand ready to do whatever we need to do.
It's true.
Did we
you know.
attack them? No, but we stand ready.
You can be ready,
And the
but you don't got to
reason-
be aggressive about it.
Aggressive about it. Let's put down our shields and everything and have a rock, paper, scissors shoot thing. No. I don't know what
All
the
I
capabilities
did
of
was
these
move your
dragons
hand
are.
and you kicked us in the face.
Kick
How does
us,
that
and
seem
you said you weren't
fair?
part of them.
Dragon, from where we are, don't use names. We use us. We don't use the mortal terms of I or me. Or if better, Aso will just continue saying Aso.
Oh, should I bring up the part where I told you to, be quiet and you punched me in the face? Because I don't feel like that was, fair either.
Well, and I only like to wake you up from a dream, Wise, and then I thought you were part of a dream, since I've been told by a fellow townsman. That I do
mean, usually
apologize for you.
If you
You pinch somebody, you don't punch
listen
them in
to
the
what we
face.
said, Ted already proven a waking up, stabbed himself in the arm.
I do not know this.
We were trying to tell you.
Trying to tell me
Focus
that you
on your
stabbed
aggressive.
yourself.
Yeah.
I have one question for you. And this probably will just clear the whole entire room and everything. And if this kills me, then kill me now. What is your deal with the tree?
We want it. We want the energy that allows us to live. As I told Nikolai, he earned one question. For the effects of what happened yesterday, I offered one question with no lies. He asked, what is the dragon's weakness? And our ties to the other dragons in town. As I told them, Aso is not one of ours. We refer to ourselves as the dragons. Now, we need energy. We need what the Fae called glamour. The tree keeps the forest alive. The forest is alive. We are alive. I will be bringing an earth dragon, Golgoranth, to help handle the tree, because some of you, knowingly or not, were going to kill it. Now, there is a Fae inside of it. That is a problem, but I can handle it. Once the earth dragon is able to secure the tree, everything will be fine, because it will allow us to live. Is that all what you're trying to do as well? Live?
You say there's a Fae inside the tree?
Yes.
Yes, the Fae that Birdheart's been talking to, the lover of the Forest Mother.
I thought it was just a spirit.
No, it's a Fae woman. It's Eska's wife.
Huh. I thought the tree was the wife. I don't know how fucking
Which
Fae Morant
the
works.
tree herself said she wanted to die, to sever herself from Eska's connection. Once again, someone else proving the Fae cause more harm, more damage, more broken bonds, pain, suffering, anger. Like Michael and like you, anger fills your heart, causing you to say things that you may think are right, but you don't check, or you don't ask, you resort to violence. So, that's all. And someone trying to talk about protecting the town is met with a kick, is met with a punch, is met with a shove. Whose point I was interested in, I decided to step in. That's all. If you want to die, I can oblige you. But you are townsfolk. I want to be allies to the town. My lover was from there, and I will honor its protection as best I can.
Only last question for me. And also, I agree to what you say about Fae. They are troublesome. As I have done my fair share in the first time I've been in this town and place. But soon as you take the tree, what would happen to the forest?
Maybe it would wither for a while. But with an earth dragon and its natural magic of earth, it should be obvious. The force would recover and be fine. There would be no more deadly plants threatening to kill you and eat you. Or even the citizens of the borough that try to live their lives away from the town. Many people die here. You just don't see it.
I did.
What
I saw a fox die right in front of my eyes.
And what happened?
I got turned into a flower.
Yes. By who?
I don't know. I was just talking to him and suddenly, poof, turned into a flower.
Probably the Force Mother is what I was getting at. The one that you, or you, I don't remember who, at this point. So many bonds have been made with the Fae, which is why punishment was due. Poor Iona is shivering and crying on the way home. I do not want to hurt her. But if one does not learn, choices must be made.
Would you mind if I ask how we can help Iona recover?
Remove the Fae from your town. Stop making bonds with the Fae. All those favors you have. Soberon, Mr. Tonya, Ularia. What are the other ones? I don't remember. You need not worry about the one I killed yesterday, as she's dead. So that's one already.
Remember what I said? Let the dragons and fae take care of themselves.
You want to have a
There's no
private
guarantee
conversation,
there's
do it
something
out of earshot, which is what
He's really bad at
talking
this.
about earlier. Yes, he
Really
is.
fucking bad at
We
this.
have to survive somewhere or another.
Fighters, young
even if we don't
humans,
have
tend to
the
not
forest.
really care what others think.
Hmm.
For that I apologize, Aso. We are not the same. But someone wanting to help the town prosper is one worthy of respect in their own way, not met with violence from, as you said, a young knight who's living half their life already. You think I want to have lived thousands of years with my lover dead?
Considering I'm in that position, no.
Do you admit your fault? And you as well.
I don't regret my actions. I
Do
do
you
what
regret
I do.
causing Ted to be hit? It was your fault.
That was on his own. That's his.
You
That's his
told
obligation.
him the information that led to Ted being hit. Do you regret your action?
Nope, I do not.
What about you?
I do. And forgive me, Dragon, and sir and madam.
Good. Anything else?
I
Where'd you get the inspiration
apologize.
for your outfit?
It was how my lover looked. My
Was your lover a
kind
human?
take the form, yes. How our lovers looked, our kindred soul.
I'm jealous.
Are you going to continue to fight your fellow townsfolk? Or will you try to listen next time?
I was blinded by fear, Dragon. Forgive me.
It's fine. Fear is a tool. You just need to learn how to use it. Don't let ignorance guide your fist and your mind. Shall we?
I was gonna ask you one more question before you left, ma'am.
Yes.
Feel free not to answer, but may I ask what your name is?
No.
Okay.
Well, there goes your opportunity.
Opportunity to what?
I wanted to have a heart-to-heart with Shen. From one man that's lost their lover to another.
That's probably the first sane thing I've heard any of you fucking idiots say all goddamn day. Holy fucking shit.
You know, you're throwing your own aggression around without that being very specific in any way. I never meant him any harm.
Right.
Nor was I aggressive towards him in any way. Or her.
No, what I'm talking about is how you all approach this woman and with all your fucking weapons and asking her very aggressive questions. That's not how you get information. That's not how you come off like she said it herself. You know, it's like, you know, she was ready to kill all
Like
you guys.
I said before, we were blinded by fear.
I get it, and you're
so
right.
We stand ready.
And I will say this much is, you know, you had your comeuppance and you apologize, and that's good. And I would highly suggest that the rest of you fucking do it next time you talk to him, whether you like him or not. It's about honor.
I agree. I am always an advocate for peaceful conversation. I do not engage in any harmful conversation. I advise that next time not to brandish weapons unless absolutely necessary. It's part of my code not to do so. That's why I did not.
You didn't. I admit you didn't. But your tone of voice, the way you spoke, was very aggressive. That's not the right word, but you spoke as if, you know, hey, I want answers. You sound like an interrogation.
There's always been a difficulty on my part. Liza's much better at talking than I am.
I had a lovely I've only met Liza once, and she was a very lovely person, and I would love to, you know, talk to her again. But, you know, I'll put it this way. Yeah, between you and Liza, I would definitely have Liza talk.
That's fair. Yes?
You did get back down.
Are you okay? Do you want to carry you?
Is Aisel hurt? Is she okay?
Well, whenever she goes into that red outfit, I know that bad shit goes down, but honestly, she was exactly the sort of person I wanted to see today. Or at the time, anyway.
For context, Aso has passed out. I just can't lay down.
We should head back to town.
Well, for starters,
I'm going to do a quick sweep.
I'll set the poor lizards to heat.
Before we
Yes.
do, what are we
Lizards
gonna do
pretty
now?
resistant to heat.
Not resistant.
Continue what our plan is
Be
still.
able to tell her temperature.
You still want to go and defend
If
it
she is extremely warm or
after
hot,
all of this.
Actually, I don't
For
know.
context,
It's still the best plan that we have until we find an alternative. We don't know what the truth is. They could have been lying
Okay, I
through their
probably
teeth about
wouldn't
half of
really
the
touch
things
that
they were
since
talking about.
understood. So yeah,
One thing is for
do with that
sure.
information what you wish.
He's not lying about his lover being.
Can
I
any of you
could
guys
feel that.
pick up
Oh, is this fucking
boiling
lover in the water? Is
boiling
that who it is?
dragon?
Oh, fucking joke. Boiling a dragon.
No, like Aso is
You
literally
consent?
like, I can't even touch her. She's so fucking hot.
Anything is consent with me. Hit
Is
me.
there a way to calm her down? I
Not
don't
like
have fire
that.
magic.
Out of character,
I
she is
lost my
passed
wife.
out. Completely
You
out of
don't
character for a
joke
note.
about
She is passed out, and if
I
I
got
a
was
water
near
skin.
her,
Water
you could
skin.
literally feel
But-
the heat
From
resonating off of
But
her.
how he looked, from how he
I
sounded,
got a water skin. It's still cold,
that
but
he
I'm
had
not
his
sure that
lover
will help.
die on him.
Well, how's about this? Considering you fucking
Pushes
kicked
you
her, how
against the
about you
wall.
be the one to take her back to the healers hut or whatever?
I'm wearing plate. I don't think that'd be wise.
Michael, if you're available, could you help with this?
God, Michael, such an ass sometimes. Not everyone can understand the law. Losing someone. Spent a mere 100 years with her. Love of my life. She could never. $1,500. After single day goes by that sir.
Second day we've been here.
Oh. Right, the track.
Remember how I said I got thrown off a... Yeah.
I think I miss my.
If it was not for the... I try to stay away from that. Oh, and that's the one I believe who made the leather armor. John.
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
You were the one that made the armor, right?
Yes.
Quite nice. Fits well.
Fine craftsmanship.
I'm glad to hear that. I wasn't going off of any measurements, so I just made it as adjustable as I could.
Yeah, I've got it fairly tight actually. Do you want me to return it to you after every use, or
no?
Just whenever you request.
Gold already paid for it, so it's yours.
Okay, so then I guess I return it to gold whenever he requests.
Nice. Right, you are.
Such as the shield. The only thing
Enjoy
I've
him
got
a
on me
lot.
is the sword, and that's only because I borrowed it from the fucking...
He'll probably
from the
tell you to
fucking
keep
defenders.
it. He's trying to get everyone outfitted for the defense in case something bad happens.
He's making an army.
Nope. Sort of. I mean, we are fighting a big fuck off.
Right.
Skibbity wibbities.
Skibbity wibbity, is that how they describe it?
Skibbity wibbity. That's what I'm fucking naming it. The damn thing's pissed me off by no end. I'm a friend. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm going to fuck everything up instead. Bah, 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 bah. I want to run a fucking blade
So
through 'em.
you've dubbed it Skibbity wibbity. That's a lovely name.
I could call it something else, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. Understood.
Anyway, thank you again.
Being rather tame.
Well, if you need any more leather work, I take payments in leather, so just need to give me the appropriate leathers for replacing the ones I used for.
Understandable.
So.
Just to keep a stockpile, I understood. That makes sense. Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
I'll see you around.
See you.
Good tidings.
Anyway, let's go find Iona, I believe it was. Yeah.
Are you okay, or are you just kind of enjoying a bit of quiet?
Yes.
Enjoying a little bit of quiet, but I am troubled.
What has you troubled?
Well, it seems the path is clear, but I do not know if everyone is prepared for such an ordeal.
Problem is, it's not a black or white issue. Lots of shades of gray. Makes it very difficult.
A lot of people, with what they have witnessed and what they hear, there is an assumption made. The conclusion some people have logically come to is that we will most likely have to go with the final action, the last resort.
I don't think so, but I am still, after learning what I learned about Shin, I think if I have a heart-to-heart with we can agree on something.
But the conversation I had with him, it is either tyranny or death. What they speak of is tyranny. They
He's
would
hurting.
rule us with fear for the love that they have lost. The betrayal is intense. This I understand. But we would be ruled. Empire of Dragon, a tyranny upon us. We do not do something to their liking. You have seen the results.
More than one way, yes.
For their heartbreak, I must be cold and say that it is unjust.
A heartbreak like that, I don't think, no offense, but it's very hard for humans to comprehend.
Probably might want to bind him to bed.
Having someone that you've had for so long. I was with my wife for 200 years before I lost her.
So they've been away for 4 days, freaking the fuck out because they're just in this magical world.
And, it's been over 1,000
Give them a minute.
without her.
I didn't even notice.
To spend so long with someone and experience such loyalties and joy. To bathe in that for so long and then have it ripped away from you from the fate. This is why I say I am cold. Because there is a small semblance of understanding. And yet I still have thoughts of salting that earth.
Anyway, the man has been up for 4 days. We probably should bind his ass to the fucking bed. Who is this man? For 4 days? I don't know.
But that is not for me to decide. I am simply the smithy.
There was a man that was like up for 4 days and...
I'll put forth my opinions, but everyone else should have a say. Or angering the wrong person may lead to not death, but for some, bathing in that tyranny is worse.
And apparently, he, tried hurting a few people.
I do not have that perspective. All I can do is be considerate.
That is no good.
No, we
Hurting
should get
people
some rope.
is typically frowned upon in most societies.
Is there rope anywhere so we can tie that man down who was up for 4 days?
Ty who?
I don't know. Iona walked up to me.
Howdy.
Yeah.
He should be fine now.
I was told he was given a knockout mushroom or something of the like, but the second he wakes up, he will immediately be hostile. Regardless of what I was asleep. His mind is taking a toll. Up for 4 days straight means you start getting seeing things, having schizophrenic episodes. I've seen it happen to the best gods. No, not gods. Fucking generals and shit. Up for 5-6 days straight, fucking start
Who's who?
panicking at everything.
This one.
They've been in town for a
The one
while.
in the red.
I don't think. What? I don't remember that.
Alright, I guess he'll just wake up and
Still
start
Ryder.
fucking flailing around.
Yeah.
No problem.
Alright, I gotta return these tools.
You also had tail too.
No, that was part of the coat. John.
What the?
Yes.
I revisit the
That's not the.
conversation
That's
just for a
not.
moment.
You're lying.
Not
There
one.
can't be the same one.
Sure.
Full of the grey and the black and white. What would you
Where's my name?
suggest? Wayne. Even if you have a semblance of an idea.
Which, by the way,
your tail's gotten bigger. I would not mind hearing it.
I'm gonna try
Why
talking
does
to
everybody
Shin
hate me?
from one person that's
The boys are hanging out.
experienced at loss
The library bushes so we can find
to another.
To the boy pile. To the boy pile, yes.
Then I wish you the best of that. But notice that the conversation I had, he intends to take the energy of the forest.
They like to hang out with
That
us
is what
everywhere.
he admitted to me.
It's true.
If only.
I mean, I could probably go grab her.
I would see them all.
He's planning on
Do you have something good today?
replacing the Fae that is controlling the tree with an Earth Dragon,
I believe that person should be.
and having the Earth Dragon take care of the forest.
Yeah, I mean,
Cynthia.
I suspect, I hope that she's not, near death or nothing, but she turned
Hang on.
into like the red outfit version of him.
Go get her.
Then when she came
But
back
he's
to normal,
also
she
wanting
passed out, and
us to kick out all the other Fae that we have, which is not acceptable. So,
Of the defenders.
I'm hoping a heart-to-heart with him, talking to him as someone that's had such significant loss and has gone through a similar road as far as trying to get my revenge
They
on the
haven't come
world
back
order.
yet, so you might have to meet them some other time.
I might be able to talk him away from it.
I wish you the best of luck in the search.
To meet the last who saved your life.
Thank you.
Yeah, otherwise you'd probably be having to scrape me off a rock.
That seems like a very tough task.
I don't think I'd work with rocks
I
after
will
that.
not say much more on the matter. I
mean,
think
if
it
you
is a
split it
good
across
thing
them
to
all,
try and
I'd be
do,
like, man,
but
that
I
just
do
makes
not
it more
envy you.
powerful.
Good luck, my friend.
I'd be fucked.
Good luck.
But if you made a sword from my blood, then
Good luck to you two.
The ore with your blood on it, and then you become
I
a
think
sword.
it's more of a
Before my
symbolism.
jaw, it's much more powerful. But I got shit to do. I had a lovely conversation in the forest with the dragons, and I got people to talk to, like John and Ivy and other folks.
Go swear them instead. Don't none for the kobolds. The cinnamon rolls.
Can you believe this fucking guy?
Don't. Hey. The shit I put up with.
John, we gotta talk.
The church, perhaps?
No, you're doing it.
I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about?
How do you acquire my soul?
The fuck if I know? I'm no mage.
As a matter of fact, them to fight for us as well to help with our relations between them. Additionally,
Yes.
we can always
That was some amazing
Spring
leg.
Quartz is here. We have a bunch of other quartz that we can help. I mean, Eskin.
Your character bent
Eskin,
over and
made
like
the tree. We can
froze and like
make it back again.
like this for a second.
But at this point, right now, it is a case of surviving.
Want the flower?
Or dying.
Carry on.
It won't matter if we don't have the resources if we're dead.
Well,
question was brought up to me actually. Has anyone ever tried to replicate the portal?
let's we'll talk real quick.
It takes a lot of specific magical requirements to do so.
Yes.
All right. So the whole conversation I had, I figure if I'm gonna talk about it, we'll have people around that are, pointing to the conversation. But at least in regards to what you want to do, I heard that you wanted to have a private conversation with Shen.
As someone that lost my wife almost 1,500 years ago, that I was with for 200 years, I might relate with.
That's good. Not the wife dying part, but the relation. That's good. That's a good place to start.
Hi everyone.
If you're gonna
It's
go
10 p.m. PST, hitting the 4-hour
talk
mark
to
of session,
the dragons,
marking the end of session.
Thank
you very much for spending your night with us. We really appreciate it.
Can you not be so
Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Aggressive about it?
I was very upset with how I felt like I was being played by Shen. Still am.
Totally fair. Genuinely. And honestly, you should tell him that. But I would start the conversation with a half apology. Because something I learned from these conversations that these dragons think very highly of themselves. And you gotta get them to warm up to you a little bit.
I see.
I said, I've dealt with folks like this before. Maybe not so much they could, snap their fingers and make me explode or whatever, but, the general kind of, personality. It's not that new to me. But you guys all jumping up there and, weapons drawn, hey, who are you? What do you, why who stop
I
killing
did
us?
not.
That's not going to get you anywhere.
Oh, I didn't have my weapons.
You didn't
drawn.
say anything.
In fact, I
No, you
tried to
didn't.
tell them to put their fucking weapons away.
But because you were there, they will associate you with that group.
I know.
So that's why I said, these guys are going to tell you not to talk to Shen, but I just did. That was my goal, and I did. Well, I also talked to that woman who didn't give me her name, but, that's what I'm getting at is, we can talk to them. But that doesn't mean everybody here can. And this is something I'm going to tell a lot of folks. Because a lot of these folks, they don't know how to talk to people. They're going to get themselves killed.
Yes.
It's a damn good thing that Shen actually has a modicum of honor himself. I'm not saying he's a good guy. In fact, he's not, to be honest. But, he at least has morals to a point where he coulda, woulda, shoulda just killed Gold right then and there, but he didn't.
Yeah, I
So-
know. Even though Gold was being a little bit.
I was really expecting somebody to hit him really, really hard, and I'm kind of disappointed nobody did, but, at the end of the day, he seems to have learned at least most of the lesson, and hopefully we can, stick with that. So what the brass tacks is, I do support you going to talk to Shen. I'll even go with you if you want. At least to get it going. If you don't want me if you don't want me there for part of the conversation, I'll walk away. But, breaking the ice with these folks is easy. At least for me, it is. So, I'm trying. I'm not saying we got to trust these folks, but we need more information. Until we get it, we got to play nice, basically. Nice-ish.
Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We will reconvene with this tomorrow. I gotta find.
Yeah. And I'm a little tired, so I'm probably going to call it tonight.
Yeah. No. It's been a very interesting day. I totally understand. So.
Yeah.
You can be on your way. You don't happen to know where Iona is, do you?
Last I saw, she was near the library.
Got it. Okay.
Gauge the opinions on this matter.
I don't want to interrupt, but before you go to whatever rest it is that you do, I do just want to talk to you real quick. But I gotta go find out.
You gotta summon a Bamzuki.
I would.
Hold on, I
Only if
gotta,
there's a Bamzuki in the area, though. Are there Bamzukis in the area?
I gotta see
Alright,
if there's an
I
avatar
am
for
calling it a
Elephant.
night. Thanks
do the same
for
thing
checking the stream out and watching.
for Monday. So
I hope you all have a wonderful
that
night.
thing for Aether and then